world. How's it going?
Welcome to my stream.
Yes, hello, and welcome to not my stream.
We have a special guest today.
Yes, hello everyone, I'm Emma. I just don't know if I should be looking at the camera or like the screen or whatever. I mean, like I usually when I'm on my own streams, I like look at the video game that I'm playing and then like over here, and now I'm like, I'm in a just chatting feel, it's a whole different world. So
Yeah.
if I'm looking down, I apologize. It's just because I'm looking down at the chat.
You're fine, you're fine. I'm never looking at my camera.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, well, we can't tell.
Oh, right.
Also, I would love to apologize for my wall skid marks. It is just it's just part of the character of my room, of my streaming setup. It's really just part of the character. So, I hope you all enjoy the real nitty gritty rusticness. So.
Yes. The stream's not scuffed, but the wall is.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo! Woo!
But yeah, I have Tourette syndrome, by the way. That's part of I'm just throwing that in there,
Yeah, we both have Tourette syndrome. That's how we met.
Yeah, that okay, I guess we should go over that, like how that happened. Because I guess sometimes like I literally forget how we met because I feel like we met like so long ago at this point.
Yeah, it was years ago.
I literally it was so, yeah, I don't even know how long ago it was, but it was on a Discord server for people with tics.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, and then when we both first were there, we were not moderators on it, and then we ended up as moderators. Yeah, I don't know, it was just a cool little thing.
We both got promoted to mod eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really cool.
Yeah. So that was a cool thing. And I'm trying to, like, I'm literally just trying to remember, like, when it all started, but by the way, my memory, because of like, Tourette syndrome and, meds for Tourette syndrome, my memory does not work, so.
That's the mood.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Let's see. It would have been sometime around April of 2020.
No, I think that's right, because I think part of the reason that I joined Discord, and by the way, this was my first Discord server, part of the reason why I joined it was because of like the pandemic. Yeah, that's why I started it. But yeah.
That's why I joined too, because my doctors think it was the stress from the pandemic that like really made my tics worse.
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely like a thing. And I mean,
Kitsu!
like, yeah, hello, Kitsu!
Hello, Kitsu! I would wave at you, but my hands are off today because of technical
Well, I'll do the
issues.
waving then.
Yes, you do the waving. Fantastic. It's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, exactly.
We were just talking about, how we met on Discord.
Yeah. So we didn't even meet through Twitch. We met, like, before Twitch. We met before either of us were Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
Because, actually, literally, through that Discord, someone suggested to me to become a Twitch streamer. So that's how and I didn't even know anything about Twitch until someone on that Discord was like, hey, what if you started streaming on Twitch? So that was, yeah, like, that server has given me a lot. Yeah. It's given me Corvid. It's given me...
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And you were a huge inspiration for me to start streaming.
Well, thank you.
Because I saw what a cool community you had. And how much fun you were having.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's definitely been very, very fun. I mean, like, I guess it's been a little over a year now, and although I don't get to do it as much as I'd like to, it's been very, very fun. And whenever I can, Yeah. It's been very, very fun. Kitsu says, nice and cool. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
By the way, if you want to ask us any questions about, you know, sorry, I have like a jaw tick.
Oh no, now I'm
Questions
mirroring
about,
you.
oh, what?
Now I'm mirroring you.
Oh, no,
Back up
sorry.
is kicking in.
Yeah, I know. Okay. It happens.
This
But if
is
you
the
want to ask us
danger
any
of a
questions
Tourette's
about
collab.
what?
This is the danger of a Tourette's collab.
I know, isn't it? I mean, thankfully, like, I feel like, and I say this, but like, I feel like my tics aren't like super, super noticeable all the time. So, like, I don't know. Like, I say that, but then people will be like, why are you doing that? And stuff like that all throughout my life. But, like, I don't know. I feel like my tics have been okay today, too, like, at a lower level. So, hopefully, things will be
Yeah, I'm
not
having a
too
pretty good tick
chaotic.
day today as well.
Good, good.
Oh
Kitsu says it's true you have a great community.
yes, Emma's community is fantastic.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you very much.
Oh
It's very, very sweet.
yeah, I don't hang out in your chat as much as I'd like to anymore.
That's okay. I mean, everyone has things going on, and I always understand. I think that's just a thing that, people, like Twitch streamers have to understand is like, people have things going on, and obviously, like, you're streaming too, so,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally get it. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard when you are a streamer to like be in as many chats as, like be in a bunch of chats like all the time,
Yeah.
It's just hard to go to as many as you like want to go to, so I get it.
Yeah, like right now I'm technically doing this full time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm out of school right now and I don't have a job.
Yeah.
So, um, you'd think that I'd be using that time to watch other streamers, but
Well,
just
yeah, I
haven't
mean,
been.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's other things in life though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't really know what it looks like to do it full time, so I don't.
I'm
But
also
yeah.
off my meds right now.
Are you?
Oh well. Yeah, so I'm having a bit of a rough time staying motivated to do anything except for streaming.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've tried that before, in college. For I think I waned off of them for about 2 weeks, and my tics got so bad to where I couldn't even go to class. And then I had to get back on them because I couldn't really do anything because my tics were so bad. But that was like it was for like an extended period of time that I went off of them, like, and I just realized, like, okay, like, I have to stay on these. I
Oh well.
cannot survive a zombie apocalypse. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we have a question.
Woo!
Question time. Question time. Time to answer the question. If this isn't too intrusive a question, it probably isn't. We're here to do a Q&A.
Yeah.
What tic do each of you think you exhibit that people notice the least? Maybe they don't even know it's a tic. Oh, that's a good question.
It's a good question.
Normally people ask like, what's your biggest tic? What's your most noticeable tic?
Yeah, right. I think that's people usually want to know, like, what's the weirdest, wackiest, like, biggest, like, yeah,
Funniest. You get
funniest,
funniest
yeah,
sometimes.
most sensationalized, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But Corbin, if you know, you can go first.
Um, the one that comes to mind is one that I'm doing right now. And
Yeah.
I do it as a tic, I think, but mostly as a stim.
Yeah.
And it's flexing my toes.
Really? Okay, yeah. I think that's a big one. Like anything with feet,
Yeah.
I think people don't notice, and I also have quite a few with feet, like different ones with feet. Like I feel like weird sometimes explaining tics, like when someone else with Tourette's is around, because I don't want to make them do it. But like I know this is like
No,
a
you're
Tourette's
fine.
Q&A.
We're doing a Q&A.
Yeah.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
I know. Okay. So
Go
like I know
for
like like wiggling my toes, and then also I do like flex my toes as well, which is why I could not wear Heelys growing up. Sorry, I just like moved my camera. But because Heelys were too, and it was devastating, but Heelys were too tight for me. Like the way that they were built were they they were just like too snug. Um
Oh. I never
Yeah,
had
I don't know.
Heelys. I wasn't
Uh,
coordinated enough for Heelys.
well, I would never know if I was, because I never got the opportunity. I mean, I tried them on in the mall once, and I just had to take them off right away because they were too snug. And like any of the sizes that I tried on, like they were like, it was either like way too big, or like if it was like my size, it was just way too snug.
Uh,
Yeah, it was just the way they were built.
I've been doing the foot thing for years, like with my toes,
Yeah.
and it used to drive my friends crazy because we'd have like a slumber party or something, or we'd like be sitting on the couch watching TV, and they would just
Yeah.
turn over and they would go, Corbett, stop doing that with your feet. And I was like,
Did they not
sorry.
know that it was like? Did they not know it was a tick?
I wasn't diagnosed at the time.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah.
I had late onset, late diagnosis.
Right. Okay.
I had really mild tics for a long time that I didn't even
Yeah.
notice until looking back on them.
Yeah.
But I didn't. My tics didn't get bad until the start of the pandemic. Around then,
Right. So
and
yeah, it was.
that's when
Yeah.
I got diagnosed.
So like yeah, you're one of the cases where it's like, growing up like with you had a childhood onset, but it was like more mild, and
Mm-hmm.
then like later on it just got triggered to be worse, and then that's when you got your diagnosis. Yeah, that I feel like that's been the case for a lot of people, um, around the pandemic time. That's happened with a lot of folks.
Yeah, and that's part of why people think a lot of people are faking.
Yeah, because of like, yeah, no, that is because
Sorry,
of
we
like
can
how
change the
big
topic
and
if you want.
yeah.
I know this is kind of a tense subject in the Tourette's community right now.
No, I know, but I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, and I agree that like I think that a lot of like there's different ways that like Tourette's shows itself,
Well,
and like I literally talk about this. I think in, oh god, what is it? Is it in the vlog that's coming up, or like the vlog I already did? I don't know. They all flow together. But like I talk about this like at some point in one of my videos, like about how your like one person's experience with a disability is not every single person's experience with a disability,
yeah,
and when someone sees like sometimes when someone sees one person experiencing a disability some way, they like, and it's different than another person's experience. They're like, oh, that person doesn't have it because they're not experiencing it in the way that I know this other person experiences it, which is just
absolutely.
like not not right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's definitely been a thing as of recent, I feel.
yeah. And it's been really invalidating as one of those people who had the later onset around the time
Yeah.
that a bunch of people had the later onset.
Yeah.
Seeing all the articles come out that are like, oh, this trippy hippie, oh my god, she's getting blamed for so much.
Yeah, and I think a lot of articles take things that like aren't like they take things and twist things that like people have
Yeah,
said, like especially like that certain doctors have said, and they like twist them. And I think even certain doctors like they even are like still they when they're still forming opinions on things, like I don't know, it's just been a wild ride, honestly, for
it
the like past,
has.
yeah. Yeah, it has.
With
um
with more people showing symptoms and then more people becoming aware of their symptoms because
yeah.
of the rise in representation.
Yeah, no, and I think people are like, why, like, well, and I think a big thing is also like people are like, why are there so many people on my For You page with tics? And it's like, well, do you know how TikTok works?
Yeah.
Like, do you know how the algorithm works? Like, when you start watching one type of like a certain type of content, it's going to offer you more of that content. Like, I don't get what people don't get. Like,
Yeah.
they accept that about every single other type of content, and then it's like, oh, all of a sudden I'm seeing more people with tics, and it's like, well, duh, you are.
Yeah. I clicked on one health food post on my Instagram feed the other day. And now
Yeah.
I'm getting so many like eat healthy. Here's what I eat in a day. It's all zucchini and it's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, no,
I
like
clicked
things
one
get, yeah.
post.
No, I know, and that happens. Like, I'll literally like, yeah. Oh, by the way, Nox is here. Hello,
Oh,
Nox.
hi, Nox!
No, like you literally can click one thing, and also Kits, you asked another question, but
Oh.
you can click one thing, and it's like a whole like barrage. Is that a word? No.
Barrage is a
Is
word,
that
I think.
okay? It is okay. I think so. I don't know. Whatever. I make up words sometimes. I think, but like, it'll just like yeah, it'll just come at you. Um, do you want to read Kitsu's question?
Sure. How do you guys feel about people who might be undiagnosed and don't want to be, or parents seem like they might be in denial? I feel very mixed because people should be accepted as they are, but it also helps to know yourself better. I'm so conflicted.
Okay.
Oh, there's a couple questions in there.
Yeah,
There's a
there
couple
are.
topics in there that we should
Yeah.
touch on.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
People who are undiagnosed and don't want to be, totally
Yeah.
valid.
That is totally valid. I mean, like, if you don't want to be, there's no reason to be. If you're not looking for help, like, if you don't if you're not being affected in a way to where you need help, like, then you
Yeah.
don't need. Like, I don't. If you don't want a diagnosis, then there's no need for you to have a diagnosis. Like, I think diagnosis is there in order to get you help and to get you accommodations that you need.
Yeah.
If you don't want it,
For me, my
that's valid.
diagnosis was extremely empowering.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh my god, there's nothing wrong with me. Well, I mean, there's something a little bit wrong, but like not like
Well, it's just putting a
wrong
name to
wrong.
what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
It's putting
And
a name to something that you already had.
yes, it didn't give me Tourette's getting diagnosed.
Right.
Getting
Right.
diagnosed gave me the ability to turn to people who are looking at me weird in the grocery store and say, "Sorry, I have Tourette's." It gave me an
Right.
explanation.
Right.
And it gave me a path that I could use to seek treatment
Yeah. And
and
I yeah,
and seek community,
exactly. And
which was huge.
I like that you said that like it didn't give you like a diagnosis doesn't give you Tourette's. A diagnosis like it's just it's what tells you what you have, right? So it's like you already had it before. Like it's just like it
Yeah,
tells you it affirms it for you.
yeah. It's affirmation. It gives you language that you can use.
Mhm.
Like another thing is I kind of compare it to like sexuality labels. Like some people
Mhm.
choose not to label themselves, and that's perfectly
Yeah.
valid. But
Yeah.
personally, I'm queer, I'm bisexual, and when I first joined the community, finding a word to put to that made
Yeah.
me really way more comfortable and feel way more valid. And I felt the same exact thing happen with my diagnosis.
Yeah. No, I think it is very powerful. Um absolutely. And I
And
think the
then
next oh yeah, sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say the next part is parents seem like they might be in denial. You see that a lot with neurodivergent kids.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, the thing is that parents aren't the only adults that kids can go to. I mean, there are other trusted adults in, a lot of kids' lives that can be reached, like, counselors, teachers, things like that, that can help kids out when parents aren't there to help.
Mm-hmm.
There's other adults that can be utilized. But I know it does. I mean, I'm sure it does suck when your parents aren't. Um, it's not it's not. What is the word I'm looking for? Like it doesn't. I don't know. Like it's not. I don't know. I forgot the word. But you know what I mean. Like it doesn't feel
Yeah.
good. Like
Yeah, and when you're young, your parents' approval is necessary to seek treatment and
that's true.
to
Yeah,
get accommodations in school and stuff.
that is true.
Um, and when your parents are in denial, or sometimes you'll get a diagnosis. I've heard about this happening a lot with autistic kids, where they'll get diagnosed and their parents won't tell them. So they just grow up
Hmm.
wondering why they're so different, and their parents have the answers and just don't share them.
Yeah, I've even heard that about kids with Tourette's. Where I've actually seen that. I think it's like one of the Tourette, like my Tourette stories on the TAA's page. Like they talked. I think it was on that place. Like where they talked about how, um, like their parent wanted to protect them from knowing about their diagnosis, and then they found out like way later in
Oh, well?
life about their diagnosis that they had gotten when they were younger.
Yeah.
And yeah, but they hadn't known for so many years. So, I mean, yeah, I think support is very, very important. And yeah, I think that's also why so many people like look for support through the internet and um like communities like surround like online and like surrounding communities, yeah, because yeah.
Yeah. If you've made it to adulthood without a diagnosis, which definitely happens, and you've
Hmm.
decided that you don't want to pursue a diagnosis, that is well within your rights. But
Yeah.
I've encountered very few people who have actually had that experience and that outlook.
Yeah. I mean, because it helps not only in school, which can be like, school growing up, but also school as in like university.
Mm-hmm.
But it also helps in like the workplace. But there's a whole other tangent I could go on that about applying to jobs and having to put down yes, or putting down yes under disability and not getting interviews.
Oh.
We can talk about that at a different time. I'm just saying, because I know there's other chat questions. I'm just saying that was a whole thing. When I started putting down I don't know or no, well, no, when I started putting down no, I got interviews. But um, yeah, whole thing. But anyway,
Oh.
yeah, I
Oh,
lied. I
well.
said I didn't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the job that I work for now, obviously, I was like, yeah, I have a disability, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think they even asked me, but anyway.
It'd be a little weird if your current job was like, oh, we don't want to interview her, she's got Tourette's.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I
Although
mean,
this not
like, there
yeah.
are organizations out there.
Yeah, I know.
Autism speaks.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm not
Nox.
afraid to drop names.
No, I know, right?
Welcome to my stream. We're getting in trouble today.
Nox says I get Noom posts nonstop, but I only eat fast food, so I never click on the ads, but I think they know I'm living unhealthy. I also get Noom posts. I think that Noom has just sent out a ton of like advertising.
Yeah.
Good
Ooh
points. It's a
woo.
complex
Ooh
subject.
woo ooh woo ooh woo ooh woo.
It makes a lot of sense. A little Nox same. Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't like the Noom
Yeah.
advertisements. And then when medical documents ask for your sex, I just put down yes. Oh, sorry, bad joke. Oh, okay, that was a joke. I was like, you can put down yes. I was like, oh. I literally for a second I was like, huh, that's a thing. Oh my god. Also, interviews are tough to get sometimes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I was unemployed for I don't even know how long. During the pandemic. It was, yeah. Because I was trying to I was like job searching literally every day, applying to jobs.
Ooh
Um,
woo.
but yeah, the whole disability thing is the thing that they ask you in almost every single job application. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a whole thing.
I've had one job interview
Mhm.
since all this started for me.
Yeah.
And it actually wasn't a problem, which was really exciting because I would be working in
Really?
a kitchen. So I thought it was going to be a problem, but they were like, no, as long as you think you can work with knives and stuff, you're good. I was like, I should be fine. I've never had an accident yet, and if I did, I wouldn't be here. Ooh,
Yeah.
woo!
Right, right.
And I did not end up getting the job, but it was because they had me do a couple trial shifts, and I just
Mhm.
absolutely bombed.
Well, but did they ask like did you like tell them up front that you had Tourette's or
I
did
did.
they ask you like okay. Cuz yeah,
I
sometimes
waited until the interview, though.
right, right. No, right. Yeah. I think that's but that's like my kind of route too, is like if I'm gonna tell them, I usually would tell them like I don't tell them like before an interview, and I kind of feel it out during the interview anyway. Because sometimes I don't find it super necessary during an interview unless they ask me like, "What are you doing?" Which, like, or like,
Yeah.
well, they don't really say it like that. They say like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
That's
I
usually
got
what
an
people
"Are you
say.
okay?" too. That's what happened
Yeah,
to
that's what
me.
people say. They go, "Are you
Uh-huh.
okay?" It's usually because of like facial tics, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, "Are you okay?" Like, that's the way that they politely go, "You look weird right now."
Yeah. How did you bomb? I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't fast enough and I wasn't precise enough.
Well, I think those things like come over time, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what they
know though.
told me. They were like, "Hey, we really appreciate you coming in, but we think you need a little more experience first." And I was like,
Okay.
"Totally understand."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if they are like super super fast paced, I guess that
It was like a really fancy restaurant. So,
okay. Yeah. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. But yeah, that
oh well.
I remember being at a I there was actually one job that I never told them that I had Tourette's because I didn't spend a lot of time around the boss. Like it was an office assistant job. And I spent a lot of time like on the computer like doing like Microsoft Office stuff and like
Mm.
um doing like like inventory of the office and stuff like that. And then I got the inevitable like "Are you okay?" during a conversation with the boss one time, and
Oh,
I didn't feel like explaining it because I had been at the job for a while. It was like while I was in university. I'd been at the job for a while, and I was like, I don't know, like and I also just wasn't in the mood that day because sometimes you just don't feel like you're like in the mood to disclose, which you
yeah.
know I usually am, but um I just wasn't in the mood, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay, even though like I was like facial ticking. I just went, yeah, I'm okay. And then I just continued to tick because like obviously like I couldn't stop. And
Yeah.
then she asked me again if I was okay. And like I just said yeah. I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Like I don't even, I think I said like a little excuse or something, but like but like at that point it's like I kind of already lied.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't lie. I was okay. I was just ticking, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of funny.
I almost always disclose, even when I don't have to and I'm not prompted to, just
Yeah.
because my fear is that the assumption will be drugs.
I no, I totally get that because yeah, I've especially in like recent times like started to think about that. Like
Oh well.
when I was growing up, I didn't really have that fear
Yeah.
because I was a kid and like cuz I've had like my Tourette's was actually really like it was severe when I was like 5 and it was like up and down from like 5 to now. Like it's been like the severity has just been like, you know, it's just yeah. Um as in like the frequency and, you know, whatever. But yeah, in recent years I've kind of thought about that like especially going by certain authority figures. I've been like I don't know, like I don't want to like look like a certain way
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I don't know. I totally get that.
Yeah.
It is a word. Oh, by the way, this that reminds me because I was this okay, this has happened like more than once, but the most recent time I was at my parents' house and I went to like to their local like neighborhood fresh Walmart. um like it's like a Walmart market thing. Like anyway. Um and there like there's like a part of the parking lot that's like kind of empty usually that like I usually park at. And when I get into a car, I start ticking a lot, and when I start driving, I start ticking a lot, and then it eases a little bit as I start driving. Um so when I'm in a parking lot and but you go really slow through parking lots, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm in a parking lot and I like get out of like my spot and I start driving, I'm ticking like a lot, and I look. It's a lot of like facial tics and like coughing and like upper body, like, and even some low, I don't know, it looks like a lot is happening, and I honestly look like I'm having a seizure. And I was at my parents' like area, and there's a lot of like suburban moms around the area and like people who are like, yeah. And I remember I was just driving in my car, or it was in Tyler's car, whatever, details, past these people who were in a parked car, who they obviously just got into their car, but they like looked, I saw them looking at me, like the person in the passenger seat was like visually glaring at me, and I couldn't stop ticking, but they went like this. And I was like if anyone can't see that, they opened their mouth, like their jaw dropped. And I was like, yeah. Like, and I got home and I was like, Dad, someone saw me ticking and definitely thought I was either on drugs or having a seizure. Like, it was, yeah, their reaction was not like normal.
Oh no.
But I mean, at least they did, like, well, obviously they couldn't say anything to me. They were in their car, but like, I don't know. And I was in my car, but you know.
Oh
Yeah. I mean, has anyone ever said anything to you, have asked you if you were on drugs or anything? Like,
well.
'cause, like,
I've had one guy who I was walking past who asked me if I knew where to get methamphetamines.
okay. What, okay, so I've had that happen to me, like, but because I lived in a bad area.
It's not a
But I
bad
don't-
area.
Okay, yeah.
I was leaving the grocery store.
Okay, yeah. No, okay. Because I used to live in like a bad apartment complex, and I've had someone literally be sitting outside of my front, like my apartment front door, like on the staircase in front of my apartment front door, and ask me. I think it was me and Tyler walking out. And he asked both of us like about that, but I don't think it was because my tics.
I was
It's
like
just not a
flapping my
question.
arms around a lot and like jerking my neck and
Oh.
stuff, so
Well, there you go. That yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's a thing that we encounter. But Kitsu's got a
Yes.
question.
Kitsu's got a question. You want to read it?
Yeah, sure. You guys have mentioned medication before. Are there medications specifically for Tourette's? Do they work in noticeably different ways?
Oh. This is a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, medications. Corby, you can start because you said it was a can of worms. Go ahead.
There are no medications specifically for Tourette's.
Right.
Nothing has been developed for us.
Yeah.
Specifically for us. Treatments range vastly. I tried about 4 different medications before we found something that worked for me without any side effects. And that was like alpha-1 blockers, different antipsychotics.
Yeah.
Antidepressants, ADHD meds. It was the alpha-1 blockers were the worst because it turns out I have low blood pressure, so they lowered my blood pressure so much that I like could barely move.
Oh no.
And I spent like 2 weeks on the couch.
Oh no.
Wasn't
That's-
ticking though.
Well, weren't doing anything else. Wasn't doing anything else either.
Yeah, like my entire body felt heavy. It was awful. And I don't even know what those are used to treat. I think they're used to treat high blood pressure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They like when you first get diagnosed, they test your blood to make sure that it's not like some sort of chemical imbalance besides Tourette's or like something like that that's going on.
Yeah.
But the most common treatment, to my knowledge, is antipsychotics. And that's what I take.
That's what I take too.
I think we're on the same medication. I think we're medication buddies.
Yeah, I take 2 of them. I think one is an antipsychotic and one is, oh my god, why am I blanking on what the other one is? I think they might both be. I don't know. I'm pretty open about what mine are, but I'm not gonna share like I mean whatever, I don't care. But
we can talk about that on my stream, don't worry.
Okay, because I'll just say it. Like I take Abilify and Topamax, which are like the 2 like they're pretty biggy ones. And then for a long time, I don't know, Corbin, were you ever prescribed like muscle relax? They're muscle relaxers. I always say muscle relaxant, but I think it's called muscle relaxers for like when things get bad.
No, I've never been given anything to help me when I'm having a particularly bad like day or like a tic tac or something.
Yeah, okay. So I've been given stuff for like tic attacks, and so like Flexerol is one, and then
Ooh.
Valium. I think that's more for anxiety when I'm having bad anxiety times, and then also
Oh well.
Klonopin is another one.
Oh.
If we're getting into all the specifics, but yeah, I mean those are ones that none of them are made specifically for Tourette's or tics, but
Oh well.
they can help with managing tics. Yeah, I think ever since I started Topamax, I haven't had a tic attack. Well, or not, at least not a big one. I haven't had like a world-ending tic attack since I started Topamax.
Yeah, Abilify really helped me. That's what I'm on right now.
No, that one is really nice too. And by the way, speaking to Kitsus, have you had any strong side effects? Abilify has made me gain a lot of weight.
I've
I'm,
also I've also gained a lot of weight on Abilify,
yeah,
and
that's a big side effect for it.
I was briefly on Risperidone,
Oh my god,
and
me too.
I'm not gonna get into exactly what happened because it's not very stream friendly. But let's just say
Okay.
my hormones
Okay.
were fucked up.
Really?
Oh
No,
yeah,
well, respect. Did it make you gain weight on that one too? Because I was on it in the
yeah,
third grade. Yeah, because I was on it in the third grade, and I gained like 10 pounds in like a week and a half or something wild like that in the third grade.
yeah.
Like it
I
was it was a lot for a third grader. I feel.
I gained weight. I went up like 2 cup sizes. It was
Oh my
my
god.
hormones were crazy.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, risperidone was not the thing for me. I
Yeah,
guess
not
not
for
the thing
me
for you
either.
either.
I talked
Yeah.
to my doctors and they were like, "We're gonna take you off that now."
Yeah. No, it's yeah, that was the whole thing. I guess if we're on the topic of medications, I've been on well, because I got diagnosed at the age of 5, so I've been on I don't know
Well,
how many medications over the years.
oh god, I can only imagine.
So I honestly like I literally don't know the number. Um, but I like nortriptyline, there's just been like so many different one like Prozac I think was more for like different things. It wasn't for Tourette
Oh,
specifically,
I
but
take a hefty dose of Prozac.
I hated it. I'm sorry, I hated it, because it has bad effects on like some people and really good effects for other people, and I was one of the
Yeah,
bad people. Um, yeah, it was not good for me personally.
that's the other thing about treating tics with medication is
Yeah,
everyone responds so differently to different medications that it's just a complete trial and error thing. Your doctor will
yeah,
be like, "Oh, I heard that like lowering your blood pressure helped for this one person, so I'm just gonna try that with you." And then, "Oh, that didn't work. Maybe this antipsychotic. That didn't work. Maybe this other one." And some of them make you worse, and some of them make you better, and some of them don't affect you at all, and some of them give you side effects. And it's
yeah.
just this huge trial and error thing.
Yeah, and I think that's part of why I've been on so many different medications over the years is because it's a lot of that of like, these things have worked for other people and then it's like maybe it'll work for you anyway. But yeah, oh sorry. I see there's a lot of things happening in chat, so I'm just going to see really quick. Uh Nox says that he was on risperidone himself and didn't really notice it doing anything. But he has ADHD. He has ADHD.
Oh
I think
well.
maybe it
Hey.
treats like risperidone may be different for like women and men. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like it's possible. I'm not really quite sure, but
Tony Satan. What's up, Tony Satan? I was on Prozac for a year. Didn't help much. Desvenlafaxine did all the good things that Prozac did without the negative side effects that Prozac brought for me. I wish I could get back on it soon. It's the best feeling when you find a medication that works for you without side effects.
yeah. Yeah. No, it is. And I do like that we're talking about medication because I feel like sometimes it's
Yeah.
like not a taboo subject, but I think even maybe for
Oh,
some
well?
people it is a taboo subject. I think some people like don't really want to talk about it
Yeah.
and don't want to like be like open about it. And I think it's just like, yeah, like people are on medication, like it's a thing, like, and it's not. And I think some people are like, oh, that, you know, changes your, you know, how you feel and like what you think, and it's like, yeah, it helps me become myself.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
it helps me balance out the chemicals in my brain to a normal level.
Yeah, right, right.
It is in my culture. My parents were extremely antagonistic towards it when they saw until they saw the good it did for me.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like different cultures, yeah, like yeah, I guess it is a different taboo, differently tabooed in different places. Yeah.
It wasn't really a cultural thing for me, but my mom was very against the idea of me going on antipsychotics. Because she watches a lot of Law and Order. And she was like, I watch Law and Order. I've seen like what it happens when you go off that stuff. And it's like, okay, mom, this isn't Law and Order. They're putting me on a very tiny dose not to treat
Yeah.
psychosis or anything, which isn't even that dangerous of a condition.
And the thing
For
is about yeah, the thing is about like tics is that when you're on antipsychotics for tics is like that's usually a small dose.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah.
destigmatizing it is a good first step. Hell yeah, that's what we're here to do
Mhm.
today. We're here to
I mean,
break the silence, answer questions,
yeah.
educate.
Yeah, exactly. And Kitsu
Oh
says, "Yeah,
well.
I'm currently working through new medication for Joseph, and I stiffly I struggle with trying to figure out if it's worth the side effects." I think a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people express that same thing about like figuring out if medications are worth like the side effects.
Yeah.
And for me, it's always been the case that my medicines are worth the side effects. But I understand for other people, like especially if their side effects are so intense, they're like, okay, well, if my tics, if their tics aren't that bad
Oh well.
anyway, or like if they're not like super affecting their lives anyway, it's like, why would I be on medication? You know?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like, medication is there for people who, you know, for when you like need it, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's another good point to say that like some people have tics and are not bothered by tics,
Yeah.
by their tics, you know? So,
For some people, it's a really mild, like
yeah.
manageable thing, and for some
Yeah.
people, it's like debilitating.
Yes.
It's just
And for
such a
some people, yeah.
range.
Yeah. And for some people, some days it can be either one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I do get down sometimes when it seems like I can only live in one extreme or the other. Yeah.
yeah. No, yeah. I think, you
Oh
know,
well.
um yeah, I feel you. Like being on medication or not being on medication is, yeah, I mean it's just a choice that has to be made. I mean some people don't, it's funny to me that some people don't even have to like make that choice.
Yeah.
You know, like some people don't even have to think like, oh, should I go on medication for something I'm going through? Like some people don't have to think about that. I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just interesting to think about.
Just such a foreign experience.
I know, like and I'm not gonna get into it too much, but like I once dated this guy who he he didn't like, and I didn't know this until like later, and oh whatever, it was a whole thing. I should not have been dating him, but he didn't like, he was not like, he didn't like believe in like mental health stuff, and
What?
no, because I didn't like fully realize that, and but he was very like um how do I say this? Like, he was very, like, he wasn't straightforward with it. Red flag. I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, one time but then he sent me, like, an article about, like, a certain mental health thing, and he said, this is why I don't believe in this mental health stuff. Like, but he said a different word. He said, yeah. But, yeah, like, and I was like, what? And wait, I forgot why I was bringing this up. I think it's just because, oh yeah, because he never had to deal with any of, like, he was like, besides like narcissism, he never had to deal with he never had to deal with anything. No, I'm just, I'm just saying, like, he never had to deal with anything, like, he never had to go on any medications. He didn't, like, and that's, like, such a foreign concept to me.
Yeah.
That he didn't have any, like, he was never diagnosed with any sort of, like, neurological disorder, like, mental health condition. Like, I was like, what? I don't relate.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole thing.
It's like when you hear about people who have glasses and they get confused by the idea that you can wake up in the morning and just see fine.
Right, well, yeah, my boyfriend has glasses, and yeah, I think his eyesight is, like, pretty bad. I mean, it's not, like, horrible, but it's like, if you put on his glasses and you have, like, not horrible eyesight, like, you know,
Yeah.
your eyes might hurt. Yeah. No, that is a good analogy. I do like that.
Because I see those posts on Twitter sometimes where it's like, you guys wake up and you can see things? I can't even imagine that. And it's like, exactly. Hey, Red Rabbit is here. Howdy do,
Hey,
Red Rabbit.
How's it going? Got any questions for us?
We're full of answers. Our
Yeah, we've
cup
been talking
runneth
about a lot
over
of
with
things.
wisdom.
Yeah. we've gone on a lot of different subjects, I feel.
Yeah, we've talked about medication, we've talked about diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. And other things too. I like different tics that were like not as noticeable, like,
yeah, subtler ones.
Subtler, yeah.
Parental denial.
Yeah. People thinking we're on drugs because we tick.
Yeah. The power of community. We touched on that a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I always say that's like when I'm streaming, I like apologize for my tics, and it's like a way for me it's like a quick way for me to explain what I'm doing as a tic. And it's like saying sorry is like the same thing as like saying, oh, that was a tic. Like,
yeah.
But like saying it really quickly. And I need to find a different way to, like, because I don't need to say anything after it. It's just like sometimes, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel the need to. I don't know.
I apologize a lot for my tics too, and people are always like, "Don't do that." It's like, this is sorry.
It's a little bit instinctual sometimes, and I don't do it when I'm not streaming. I think it's when I am like, I feel like people, like, not even a lot of people, like, when I'm on my stream, like you know, like when I feel like people are watching me, you know. It's not like it's like thousands of people watching me, but it's like, you know, a certain amount of people watching me. It's like, I just feel like I have to explain what's happening, especially, you know, when it's like, I just said something and then I do a tic, like if I grimace and what I just said seems disingenuous because I just grimaced after the thing that I said.
Oh, sorry, quick interruption. Gus, thank you so much for the bits. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome on in.
We're doing a Tourette's Q&A. Drop your questions in the chat. Learn about Tourette syndrome. Learn about tics. Learn about us, our experiences.
Hecky yes.
Just got here, but it's great to see y'all talking about it. I've struggled with generalized anxiety disorder and OCD, and it's surprising to see how similar the experience is in certain ways. Yes.
Well, I have generalized anxiety disorder and OCD too.
So do
those
I.
Are co-occurring conditions. Yeah, exactly. Those are co-occurring conditions with Tourette syndrome, as in they can happen a lot. Like, you can have them a lot. Wait, that's not the way to say it.
You're more likely to have them if you have one.
Yes.
It's sort of like a discount. It's like a package deal. Like you could just have Tourette's, but for
Right.
just a little bit extra, you can get a discount on
Right.
anxiety, OCD, all kinds of fun stuff.
There's more too that you can also get a discount on your package deal.
Oh yeah,
For,
Ehlers-Danlos,
yeah.
I think.
That's not an official one, but a lot of people with Tourette's do have Ehlers-Danlos, and actually in the
Oh.
survey, we're actually, I think, asking about that to see more of the co-occurring, how co-occurring it is with it, and yeah, that's a thing that we're asking about because it's not like officially a co-occurring condition, but like we've noticed a lot of people have it, that have Tourette's. But yeah. It's anxiety and OCD are the DLCs of Tourette's syndrome.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah.
The favorite DLCs.
Major depressive episodes half off.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Exactly, you're getting it.
Buy one get one free. You know, and it's like I didn't even go into the store.
Yeah.
But somehow I ended up with these. They sent him to the wrong house. No.
It's a family heirloom.
Yeah, no, there you go. That's a good way to say yeah. Anxiety meds saved your life for real. No, I mean, yeah, we were talking about medicine earlier. Like I think for a lot of people, including myself, like medicine has been a real. I don't want to. Like, I hate saying the word blessing. I don't know why I was about to say blessing, but like, it's been a really good thing.
Yeah. SSRIs definitely saved my life as well when I was in high school.
Yeah, I was on SSRIs for a long time, and but I think antipsychotics are more my flow.
I gotta get a nice cocktail going.
Yeah, I got a cocktail of the different things that help with tics and co-occurring conditions.
Hi, Sarah and Violet. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the love emotes.
Oh, that's so cute. They do wonders. Oh, and the initial week on it sucks, but long term, yeah. I think you adjusting to any medicine, and honestly, like having to wane off of medicines then get onto other ones is always such a thing. Such a thing. Such a thing. Oh, the times that I've waned off and gotten onto other ones. Oh my god. It's just a wild. It's like a wild week. It's like going on a bender, but not. Yeah. It's not really. But you know.
It's a reverse bender.
Right.
Going off your drugs instead of going on them.
Right, and then usually you're like then like moving on to another drug, so it's like.
Yeah. Oh, we've got to hydrate.
Ooh, oh, I have my. This one is not very hydrating. It has caffeine in it. It's sparkling water.
Cheers.
But I'll hydrate. Cheers. Your hands aren't on, right? But but anyway.
Yeah, my hands aren't on today. I have to update the drivers. If I redeemed Sing, would you guys do a duet at the end of the stream? I'm not gonna put that on Emma. Puppy Fang TV, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Oh, hi, you're in the chat. Hello.
Hello.
Feel free to drop any questions you have about Tourette syndrome, tics, co-occurring conditions, our lives with them.
Yeah. We're very open. We love open dialogues. I like someone in the chat said that they love the open dialogue, and
yeah,
I like that phrase.
Yes.
So I'm stealing it. We're open dialoguing.
Yes. Welcome to our TED Talk.
Yeah, sorry. By the way, sometimes I have to like move my headphones off of my ears to do one of my most unsanitary tics, which is to stick my pinky fingers into my ears. Haha. That's it, yeah.
I actually have Tourette's too.
Well, welcome.
Welcome. We love getting fellow tickers in the chat.
Okay, here, Puppy Fang, do you like, okay, this is my, what is my screen name, like this is my Twitch name. So tell me if you like it. LifesATwitchEmma. It's a pun. Get it? Cause like, I like telling that to people with Tourette's. I'm sure other people enjoy it too, because, it's just very hilarious.
My mom thought it was very funny.
Okay, good. But, if no one's checking the title, I'm just saying. Like, I feel like I need to say that.
What makes TED so important? This is a Corvid talk. I think TED stands for something.
Oh, does it?
I think it stands for Technology, Engineering, and Design? Technology, Education, and Design?
I think it literally does. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think you're right.
Hold on.
Oh, thank you, Tony.
Let me Google, what does TED Talk stand for?
Puppy Fang says, I've had Tourette's for 3 years now. There you go. I've had Tourette's for 19 years now. No, wait, is it? Yeah, 19 years, because I was diagnosed at 5 years old, and now I'm 24, yeah. Which is... I've had it for, like, basically as long as I can remember. So, can't remember a time when I wasn't ticking.
I am the newest. I am the Padawan.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design.
Oh,
you were right,
and then Tony
Satan.
just said that, yeah. And then Tony asked what I usually play / stream. I usually do, like, I do a variety of stuff, but I like Sims a lot. And then also, like, I do Minecraft and stuff. I do life simulator type games, and I do a lot of chatting. I never shut up. I never shut up. I like to talk.
It's a real party. Highly recommend checking her out.
Yeah. Puppy Fang, I was diagnosed when I was 11. There you go.
Emma has an absolute madhouse of a Sims house going on. She has several. Brookie!
I do have several. Hello, Brookie! Welcome in!
Hi, Brookie!
Brookie's one of my mods. And great pals, but I thought the mod thing was important because we're in a Twitch stream.
Woo? Oh! Oh!
Exciting.
Red Rabbit, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Oh, no, Kitsu, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Red Rabbit.
Red Rabbit, yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Brookie, if you have any questions about Tourette syndrome.
Yes, that's what we're doing today.
Anyone who's dropping in,
Yes, I do have an uwu tick as well. We're besties now? Hell yeah. Uwu? Yeah.
My echolalia, oh my god, no. My echolalia usually, okay, in recent times, I feel like it hasn't been, like, super, I don't know, it's still definitely a thing, but it's, like, I feel like it's, like, since I watch so much, like, Tourette content, I feel like I've gotten, like, better with it, but, like, at the same time, like, I don't know, it still goes off, especially with, like, certain tics. I feel like certain tics, like, whistling gets triggered so bad. It's triggered, like, so bad. Like, when I watch, like, certain people, like, who whistle, I'm like, okay, I have to whistle now. It's official.
I can't whistle.
Good for you. No.
I used to be sad about it, but now that I have my diagnosis and I have, like, vocal tics, I am no longer as disappointed because I know I would never stop whistling. So it's probably for the best that I never learned.
Yeah. No, that is a good thing. Doc says, how would you even diagnose someone with Tourette's when they're under 5? I can't imagine it would be easy to diagnose a baby. So, people can get diagnosed under 5. I think, like, doesn't typically happen around, like, 1-year-olds or 2-year-olds. But, I mean, like, at 2 years old, you can tic. It is a thing. I mean, I was watching a, home video of me, like, around 3 years old or 4 years old singing in a preschool like presentation thing, and I literally noticed myself ticking. And I was either 3 or 4, and I was like, holy crap, because I had a nose scrunching tic, and I was like, oh my god, like, I was like, that girl up there is nose scrunching out of her mind, like, yeah, I was like, dang, yeah, it's been happening. But yeah, there's more to the diagnosis criteria than just, like, having one tic, but it's I don't have to go into all of it right now. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
I believe the criteria is 1 vocal tic and 2 motor tics for more than a year.
Yeah, 1 or more, 2 or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a year or more. Yeah, exactly. You are correct. You are spot on.
My diagnosis was early. I didn't meet that criteria yet.
Well, no, because you said that you had mild tics when you were younger.
Yes, but my vocal tics were very short-lived and very rare. Like, I had one summer where I was popping my tongue all the time, and everyone was like, "That's so annoying. Can you stop that?" And I was like, "Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing it."
But I think, well, frequency doesn't matter. As soon as you're like, you don't have to be like, like doing it as long as it's happening. Like your frequency doesn't matter. Yeah, and you know that. But like, I'm just saying like that. I think it still makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely did not have.
Oh, did you not have it like long enough when you got diagnosed?
Yeah. I didn't have tics that I had like noticed or cataloged for a year. It had only been a few months. Oh, well.
Interesting. Yeah, so I wonder if like it's because you had the motor tics for so long and then vocal tics were happening, and then it's like, okay, well we know this is like Tourette's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got diagnosed by a general practitioner, not a neurologist. So
Yeah, that happens. I mean, I got diagnosed by a neurologist, but I had to go through a lot of different doctors to get to the neurologist because my first tic was a really nasty cough.
Oh.
So they thought it was like an allergy. Well, my first tic isn't like my first noticeable tic was like a not like that. It was a horrible cough.
Oh, well.
And yeah, like I had to go like I like literally went to like the pediatrician and allergist like multiple different doctors, and then eventually I ended up at a neurologist, and yeah, it was
Oh, well.
Red says, I mean, 5 is around when you enter kindergarten, so I imagine the interaction with other children and stuff. I mean, guys, by the way, like I've been a preschool teacher. Like 2-year-olds like walk around, talk, have full conversations with you. Like, like they if they're ticking, you're gonna know. Like, they are little people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
They are like little small people. Like I've had obviously different 2-year-olds like have different like are different like developmentally, like some of them like have different have different conversational abilities than others. But when I was a preschool teacher, I taught 2-year-olds, and like there are some of them that I just like could carry on like full on conversations with, and I was like, these are like little humans. These are just small humans. Like Brookie said, small humans. But yeah, I don't know. Wild stuff. Most recently developed tic. Oh, gotcha, puppy. Fine. Gotcha.
I'm not gonna read it out loud in case I start reading it.
I know. I'm not reading it out loud just because I know for you especially, like and also like I don't know, yeah. I know probably reading it and yeah.
We're not ignoring you. We're not
ignoring your comment. It's just like sometimes if you like read something off and then like it'll make the tics like happen. It'll make you like start to tick that tick, like like it'll make you like start to tick the thing that like you're reading off, because like especially when I've like noticed like when someone says like even if it isn't like a tick for you, an already developed tick for you, or like something that you've like ticked before, if someone says like I have a tick that is this, that makes me want to tick it more,
We in the Discord server we're in where we met, it's a rule actually that you have to censor your tics.
Yeah, like put them in the spoiler bars, which obviously you can't do through Twitch, and we're having like a Tourette's Q&A right now, so it's like fine. But like in the Discord server, it's like a thing.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, let me get a I can grab a question from one of my thingies here.
All right, all right.
Oh wait, okay, there we go. Red has a question that says, "How's y'all's days been today?"
This is not Tourette's related. This is VTuber related. But I've been
Yeah.
trying to set up better facial tracking
Yeah.
so that I can have more nuanced facial expressions. Woo! And it was. I've been working on it for over the past 3 days for a total of about 5 hours now, and I can't get it to work.
No.
I have officially given up. I have an upgraded model coming in the next few months, and I will get someone to upgrade it on that.
Is there okay, yeah, well that makes yeah, if you can get someone else to help, yeah, that would be yeah. That makes sense. But yeah.
So that's been my day, filled with frustration.
Yeah, that no that does sound very frustrating, especially when you've spent like so many hours on something too.
Yeah. You know? Downloading like 6 versions of 3 different programs.
Yeah, that Puppy Fang says that there will always be that one kid that's like, why the F are you doing that thing?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, growing up, like even after I would disclose to like classes that I had Tourette syndrome and explained what it was, there was always like certain kids that would be like, why are you doing that? And it's like, well, I mean, they don't always like especially when it got new tics, like they wouldn't always know like that's a tic, you know. So it kind of makes sense, but it's like well, you know, there's something wrong, not wrong with me, but you know, there's something going on with me where where I do movements that I can't control and I make sounds I can't control. So let's piece this together. Let's use context clues. But yeah, kids would always ask things like that.
What were you working with? I could take a look at it. Nox, unless you have experience with a Japanese program specifically made for Vroid and Unity from 2019, I really don't think you're going to be able to help me with this. Yeah, I have followed every tutorial on the internet, and I appreciate your willingness, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can help me.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Hello.
Oh yeah, that might be a bit beyond me. LOL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God,
but this is actually the first time I've announced that I have a new model coming. Oops. Let that slip.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I assumed that, like, honestly, like, I assumed that you announced that in a stream that I missed or something, and I was like, oh yeah, like, cool, like, you know, like, she's already announced that, you know? Like,
no.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be custom made this time instead of made through a program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hand sculpted, rigged, everything.
Exciting. So what does that change like with your like with like how it look like? I mean, I don't know. How do I ask this question? Like, how does that change things for you?
I will look less formulaic. I will look less stiff. I will be more stylized. And I will have more control over things like accessories and outfits.
That is exciting.
I can download new outfits, like I'm wearing my Christmas outfit right now. But they have to be made through a specific program and stuff, so.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So I'll have something that's custom made for me, which is really exciting.
You know, I wish I could custom make outfits for my streams. I mean, like, technically I could learn. But no, I don't have a sewing machine or good sewing hands.
Oh well.
No, I'll stick to the thrift stores.
Yes. I think that's called changing clothes.
No, that's exactly what it's called.
Yep, Brookie.
No, there you go. That's what Brookie said. Okay, yeah. That's called changing clothes. Yeah. Um, if anyone, by the way, we're still, I guess
Oh,
we're still
yes.
taking questions about Tourette's syndrome and in those types of things, including like co-occurring conditions, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I can ask a question from my Google form thing if you'd like, Corbin.
Yeah, sure. We can take a prepackaged question.
Okay.
A
So
lunchable
here's
question.
yes, a Lunchable. um, have you ever bought an item that has helped you live with tics, and what was it?
Oh, I have a couple answers for this.
There you go.
Um, Number one, Fidget Toys.
Okay, wait, no, sorry.
Fidget
I was
toys.
like moving my stuff. I looked like I like didn't know what that was for a second, but I know I know what Fidget Toys are because I
The
was just moving my.
Tangle is incredible. The Snap and Click is my favorite. Jewelry is amazing.
Jewelry.
Um,
Okay. Yes.
Squishmallows. I have a very small Squishmallow that's a fantastic texture. But you hate fidget spinners, right? I don't hate them. I just don't think they provide enough stimulation.
Yeah, no, that makes
Because
sense.
you
I mean,
just
like,
you just hold them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, what are you
Um.
really doing with that? Yeah. Do you have any other thing? I mean, that's a lot.
Yes.
Like, that's yeah, that's a
Um.
good yeah.
My fidget toys. Those are fantastic. Chewing gum helps sometimes with my vocal tics. I don't do
Oh
it a
yeah,
lot because I don't have a lot of gum and I don't particularly like doing it, but
yeah,
it works. I learned that from TikTok. Shout out to TikTok.
yeah.
Um, uh, THC helps me when I'm having a rough day.
There you go.
But the best thing I actually did not buy for myself. Um, it was a birthday gift from my lovely boyfriend, and it is called a rib cap, and it is a hat designed for disabled people who may hit themselves in the head or fall on their head sometimes, and it looks
Ah,
like a normal beanie, but
okay.
it's head protection.
That is cool.
And so I can wear it in public and not look like I'm wearing a helmet,
Yeah,
but if I am having tics where I'm hitting myself in the head, it doesn't hurt me.
that's cool. Okay, so I've always wondered about this. I have to ask you a question about this because I've been hesitant to do things like that with certain ticks. Because like okay, like for instance, if I were to like I have a pinching tick where I pinch certain parts of my body. If I were to put like a something over that part of that body, I feel like I would feel like my tick wasn't getting satisfied enough. Do you get what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah.
but does that happen with that I think it was called like rib cap thing? Like does that happen with that or do you still feel like you're being satisfied with that? Cuz I think like that's what I worry about with those things is that like I feel like my tick won't be like fulfilled.
I'm still making the impact just as hard.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't have to hold back out of fear of hurting myself anymore. So it's
Yeah.
actually more satisfying because I can just
Yeah.
completely let it happen and I don't
No,
have
that
to
makes
worry
sense.
about it.
I
It's called
yeah.
the rib cap. RIBCAP. Rib cap. And they are very expensive. That's why I got it as a birthday present.
Yeah. I think that definitely makes sense. Like I just wonder about pinching things. Like cuz
Yeah.
like pinch yeah, I wonder if like that would still no, I'm doing it. But like yeah, like I don't know, like I'll have to just try it out one. I've never tried it out like to like cuz I don't know if it would like cuz I like the sharp like not like, but like my ticks like the sharp
Yeah.
sensation of it. Um I don't know.
Oh, how has the THC been working out? Did you have more success lately? Um, I'm pretty sure you can talk about this on Twitch. I feel like I've
I mean
Googled
it's
it
yeah.
before.
I mean like I think so because it's legal and I don't know. I don't know.
It's legal in my state, and I have a medical
There you go.
prescription. Um, so I don't use it regularly. I use it on days when my tics are bad because it completely stops them. It's the weirdest thing.
Wow.
It almost completely stops my tics. And it is the weirdest thing. I still feel premonitory urge,
Mm-hmm.
I just
Oh,
don't
really?
I just don't act on the tic. It just kind of like passes through my
Interesting.
body. It's the weirdest thing. And
That's interesting.
I do have to get like high for it to work.
Okay.
But which is why I don't do it like on a daily basis or anything. It's not like CBD where it just can like happen in the background. I don't know what THC is. Nox is a loser. It is the psychoactive component of marijuana.
Yeah.
Um, and so on days when I feel like I'm about to have a tic attack, I can take an edible and lay down, and it works out fine. Oh, Kitsu had another question earlier. Let me scroll up. You guys mentioned censoring tics. How does that work? We use um, the feature on Discord that lets you hide parts of your
message. Yeah.
So you have to click on it to reveal it. It can be used to hide spoilers. It can be used to hide triggers. It's really handy, and we use it in the server to hide tic descriptions, so people don't pick up tics on without having the ability to choose to click on it. I was looking up those rib caps and noticed the chin strap. Does yours have that too? Sorry, I interrupted you, Emma.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Mine has the chin strap. The chin straps are removable.
Does it still say on well whenever it doesn't have the chin strap on? Like, is it still?
I keep my chin strap on just kind of loose. I think it looks kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah.
it's a little bit skater.
Yeah. No, yeah, I was just wondering, like, if someone, like, wanted to take it off, like, would it,
It would stay on about as well as a normal hat. Maybe a little better. Yeah. Maybe a little better.
Okay. Well, yeah, then that sounds, like, very, very good, then. I mean, yeah.
And it comes in a couple styles. I think the Letty cap, it's called. It's the beanie style. I have it in pink.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's cool.
I love it. I love it. One of the best gifts I've ever gotten. Keep it in my bag at all times.
Yeah. I love that. Nox says, wouldn't it just be easier to not write down your tics? Well, here's the thing. When you're in a Discord server that surrounds, like, supporting people with tics, you're gonna talk about your tics. And you're gonna ask for support about your tics. You're gonna, like, talk about tics. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. You're gonna seek out support. You're going to ask if anyone else has experienced things. You're gonna try and relate to people. You're going to share funny things that happened that other people might be able to relate to. And usually that involves describing one of your tics, or like typing out what you said as a tic. And that's, perfectly valid. It's just something that you don't want to expose people to without their consent if they have tics, because they can pick it up, and it can be really unpleasant for them.
Right. Yeah, because there is a phenomena within Tourette syndrome and tic disorders wherein, when you read certain things or when you see certain things, like if you read tics or like see tics happening, like you can experience the same tic. Like it can get triggered.
That type of tic is called lexolalia, I believe.
Yeah, the one that you read off of if you read it and then say it, or like do it. Well, I think I guess it would be lexapraxia. I've just never heard of the word lexapraxia whenever you read something and then do the movement. But I guess that would be what it would be. I've just never heard of that word. But lexolalia is the one where you read it and then say it. I guess that just is the Sorry.
So I'm guessing, but if someone were to just describe an action, whether it's a tic or not, you could get that as a tic. Yes, that's one of the unpleasant realities of Tourette syndrome, is that you cannot live completely sheltered from picking up potential tics. Like I can't live in fear of annoying noises. Yeah. I can't completely surround myself with non-annoying noises. Yeah. Because I'm on social media, I'm on TikTok, I go out in public, and I can try and avoid them, but it's not healthy for me to try at all costs to avoid things that will result in tics for me. I can do my best, I can do it a healthy amount, but it's important to just accept to some degree that you will encounter things that will pick up that you will pick up as tics. I love the feathers or whatever it is in your hair, Corbin. Thank you, they are feathers.
Oh yeah, I love them too.
Me too. I think they're so cute. I'm very happy with them.
Corbett, for you, is it repetitive things that make your tics like whenever I hear repetitive sounds, that triggers me more. Like if someone's doing it over and over again.
Yeah, repetitive
That's
sounds
worse.
are
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah. Like growing up, my younger brother, he was a child. And he didn't fully understand my tics, and he did a lot of different repetitive like sounds because he was a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out he ended up being diagnosed with ADHD. So like he he just did a lot of different like repetitive noises, and my parents would always be like, Sam, you can't do that, like and eventually like he would stop, but like and it wasn't him like, and he never ended up having tics or anything, like it was never that. It was just like he was just doing it because he was a kid and wanted to like that, which I just had to do that for, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Oh, well, and this is Tony saying, question for Emma. I'm also
Ooh.
oh, by the way, I used to be a preschool teacher. I am no longer a preschool teacher. I just want to make that clear. Like so I'm not like telling anyone anything wrong. I was talking about that in past tense, but yeah. I've yet to come across a student with Tourette's, at least one that is a diagnosed such part of my accommodations. What advice would you give to a teacher in supporting students living with it? I teach MS orchestra and piano, so what I do is different from the most accommodations that are written for core subjects. So I feel like I'm able to. Okay, so here's the thing, Tony. The thing about like accommodations for students is that the student kind of has to like tell you that they have Tourette's first. And then if you do come across like a student that has Tourette's, not every student is going to have a 504 or IEP, but like the way that accommodations usually occur is that the student is going to get accommodations through the school. And then those accommodations come to you through like a thing called an IEP or a 504, which I'm sure like I guess you know about that if you're a teacher, right? And then like you'll find out their specific accommodations that they've figured out with the like the school board or whatever. Like they've had meetings about that with other people, and then they will like present those specific accommodations to you. But not everyone has like that privilege to get like an IEP or a 504, which is like individualized education plan, or 504 is like a section 504. Okay, yep, I have my 504 binder pretty full, yeah, but not everyone has that like opportunity. So I would just really talk to your students, have like a little meeting with them after class, like the student that has Tourette's or whatever, and be like, what can I do to help you succeed? And they like, be like for me it was like being able to leave class if my tics were getting really bad and just walk around, or like being able to like stand up in class, which like near the back of class so people weren't looking at me. Or like I don't know if they don't have a 504 IEP, if they can have extra time on things, or like do tests in different areas, but stuff like that. But yeah, Corbin, you can also answer this too. I was just going off on a tangent.
Every person with Tourette's is different.
Yeah.
And every student is different, and they're all going to have different accommodations that are going to help them out the most.
Right.
And the best thing you can do is always just to communicate with them and make sure that you are providing whatever you can and whatever is going to help them specifically.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, because like you may have one, like say you have two students with Tourette's in the same class, like they may what they need may completely differ, like because they may have like different tics, may have different ways that they experience Tourette's, like
different co-occurring conditions.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, because co-occurring conditions can also be a part of why you may need an education plan. And for some people, their co-occurring conditions are actually more affect them more than their tics. Like it just yeah, it just depends. Yeah. That was a good question, I feel.
Yes, very good question. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Emma and I mind melding once again. Yeah. Yeah, there are different tic disorders.
Oh well.
But yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah, I know. Also, growing up in school, a thing that helped me, especially when I was in younger years, and this may also help like in with middle school even, but I especially did this in elementary school. But I would get the school counselor to come into my class and give a presentation on neurological disorders. And then I would the school counselor would get to the part that's like just talks about Tourette syndrome, and then I'd raise my hand and be like, "Oh, by the way, I have that." So then that was like a way to ease into telling people that I had Tourette's. So that is another way to like help your students like disclose if they want to disclose. If they don't want to disclose, like obviously like work that out with them, but I think like giving like a presentation about it if that's something that they want, um then they can just be like, "Oh, like I have that," like nonchalant kind of thing. I don't know. That always felt good. Like a good way to do it.
I'm gonna turn my lights on. I will be back in like 10 seconds.
All right, sounds good. But yeah, I don't know. I just always like felt like I benefited from that because it was like,
Okay, I'm back.
yeah, welcome back.
The sun goes down during my normal streaming time, so I always have to get up midstream to turn my lights on because I always forget to do it beforehand.
Yeah, the sun has been down for me. Like when I start streaming, the sun is already down because it's winter. Cause yeah, I just have like all the lights on in my room. But yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, winter is bad. I know. I feel like me and my boyfriend said that, you know, a lot of people talk about winter and say that they are not going to talk about how like the sun goes down at 5 p.m. because it's annoying to talk about it, but we're like, no, we're going to talk about it every day. we're going to complain about it every single day. Here, I'll get another question. Let's see.
All right.
Oh, okay, here's one. When your tics get disruptive, what is the first thing you do to cope? The first thing. I think this like definitely depends, right? Like on how bad, like how disruptive they are, right?
When I have a Corvette, I don't know if. Oh, you're looking at me.
Yeah.
You're looking at me. But the first thing I do is I put on music.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
When I have a tic attack, the first thing I do is I lay down and I put on music because my tics are better when I'm laying down. And I something about like the rhythm is really calming. Yeah. And helps like stabilize my brain and my movements and stuff.
Does it matter what kind of music?
Typically I'll choose something calmer. Usually
right, yeah.
usually Dodie. I really like Dodie.
I think I have a song by Dodie on my Spotify. I'm gonna look that up right now.
Highly recommend her. She's amazing.
No, I think now I need to figure out which song I have by Dodie on my Spotify.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I know that name. No, I don't. Sorry, no, that's gonna take too long because I don't have premium Spotify, so I can't just search things like really easily on my like songs. So I'm not gonna take up time doing that. But no, that's cool.
What about you? What do you usually do when your tics are getting bad? What's your first response?
So it like depends on if it's like if I'm going straight into like a tic attack, like or if like I don't know. So like you said, laying down. Um, I actually when I was younger, laying down did not help me, and I felt um like I think like when I was like growing up, laying down was not helpful. But as I've gotten older, laying down helps my tics more. So I do relate to that. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's like that my body like because I think like I also get to sleep better now that I'm older because also like tics interacted with my sleep a lot more growing up. But now that I'm older, like I don't know if it has something to do with that, but yeah, like laying down helps. Um, but also like if they're really really bad, I will like if I have someone nearby, as usually it's Tyler. I only live with one person. Um, I will enlist Tyler's help. Like I will get him to like rub my shoulders because like I need some sort of pressure. Um I don't know, like I like need to feel some sort of pressure and something that like like I don't know, like it feels like it like releases some sort of like tensity in me. I don't know what it is, but like
I know exactly what you mean about the pressure. I tickle us when I'm wearing a corset.
okay, there you go.
It's the weirdest thing.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, I like need like pressure on my body, but like yeah, and
We've
then
got to
it
get weighted
helps.
blankets.
Oh my god, I've considered that so many times, and every time I'm like, I want a really good one, but I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay money for a really good one.
Yeah, I feel that.
um, Brookie says, plus if you can lay in your bed, it's all soft surfaces surrounding, which is nice.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. If, especially yeah, for like tics that yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love my weighted blanket. It's worth it to me. No, I mean, yeah, I think it probably would be worth it, but also I've back in the beginning of hearing about weighted blankets, I was like, is it gonna like stop me? Like, is it not gonna let me tick? Is it that weighted? And then people told me that that was not the case.
I'll ask for one for Christmas, maybe.
There you go.
I still
Wait, do you have one?
my mom
Pardon?
bought one for me at one point, but she accidentally bought it for someone who weighed like 250 pounds, so it was too heavy for me to use.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but I don't know where it is now. She might have sold it.
Yeah. No, I think my mom had one for herself at some point, and I like was scared of it. I was like, I'm not gonna try that out. I think mine is like 15 pounds. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'd have to like look up exactly like how
Yeah.
much and yeah,
Got to do our research.
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I also feel like sometimes when tics get disruptive, like sometimes talking to someone helps. Like getting someone to talk to me and distract me helps, but sometimes talking is also like shut up, don't talk to me. Like I
Yeah.
can't talk right now. It depends. Like it really depends on like the how disruptive it's going at the time. Like um and I think like what tics are happening, it depends on that too, like how bad they feel. Because sometimes they'll be like, leave me alone. Don't and sometimes they'll be like, don't touch me. Don't even want the pressure. Like I'll have a period of time where I'll be like, I can't be touched. Like that's when it's really bad. Really well, I don't know. Like there's certain times. Like it depends. Like
There's so many variables.
right. I feel like a lot of times when we answer things about Tourette's, it's like part of the answer is like, it depends.
Yeah.
Brookie says it's really nice that it's not made to keep you warm too, so it's not too hot.
Ooh.
That is nice.
A nice breathable blanket.
We do love that.
I'm gonna have an Oreo real fast.
Go right ahead. I actually have to pee. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna back away from the mic so you guys don't hear crunching. We'll take a quick break.
Okay. Should I? I guess yeah.
Here, I'll put on "Be Right Back."
Okay.
Be right back. And we're back.
Back. Nice.
Oh, Brooke, thank you. I bought the BRB screen on Etsy.
That's the place.
Mhm.
That's the place. Oh, also, I think people were asking about. Oh no, wait, never mind. Brookie was talking about it's still kind of too much in the summer, though. I literally thought Brookie was talking about that ticks are too much in the summer.
Oh,
And I was about to be like, so true.
we did have a question from Kitsu earlier that we didn't answer. Does
Yeah.
seasonal change affect your tics?
Yeah. Do you want to answer that? Do you want to go?
I honestly haven't noticed it. I don't
Really?
know.
Okay. Because, well, I think the only reason is because for me, temperature change affects my tics, so it's not really seasons per se. It's like temperatures. So like when it's summertime, I live in a state. Oh, I guess yeah, because like I live in a state. My state changes temperature drastically, and like it gets to be like over 100 degrees sometimes in my state in the summer. 100 degrees Fahrenheit for any Celsius people if we have any here. Um, like so when that happens in the summer, and heat makes my tics worse. So when I get really hot, my tics get triggered more. So in the summer, my tics are typically worse, just because it's hotter.
Oh well.
It's really the heat. Not really. It's summer can't really be to blame. It's. I mean, it can kinda because it makes it hotter. But...
Well, yeah.
Guess I'm curious because I know seasons affect me, so I wondered if it could affect you guys as well. Yeah, I know. Like for some people, like things affect their depression. Like seasons affect their depression because of like light changes.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I think it's more like temperature is the thing. Not like I don't know. Maybe there's also something to do with like barometric pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Who the heck knows? But I've also wondered because I've gone like where I went to university was up. It was like at 3,000 something feet above what's sea level because it was on a mountain. and like when I went hiking, that would be even higher above that. And I've always like, and whenever I was doing that, I was always like, I wonder how my tics are. Like, I wonder if like pressure like affects it. And I didn't notice anything. At least nothing that like was like consistent.
Yeah.
But it's funny to think about.
Oh well. Oops. Oh well.
But yeah. Here. We'll get another question. Oh, here's one that kind of has to do with I mean it can do with Tourette's, I guess.
Oh well.
It says, what is your experience with sensory issues?
I do experience sensory issues.
Yeah.
Textures,
Yeah.
is a big one for me. You know, do you get the feeling in your teeth?
No, I get it in the part where I feel it, and then I get it like, I think like kind of like honestly like it's just like a discomfort all throughout my body, but then like it's mostly like where I actually, if I touch it with my hand, I feel like I'm gonna freaking scream like because of how I feel it like in my hand.
If I touch something that's a bad texture, my teeth feel weird.
Yeah.
And I thought I
that
was
makes
the
sense.
only one. I thought I was the only one, and then I saw someone on TikTok talking about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
blown away. Because I had always said that to people. I was like, oh, you know when you're like scooping cornstarch and the middle is on the cornstarch and your teeth feel bad? And they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I kind of get that with sounds, some sounds though. Like certain sounds will make my teeth hurt a little bit, but it's not even every sound that affects me badly. But like certain sounds will hurt my teeth a little bit. Like I do get the teeth feeling, but it's not like textures. But I do have a funny story about sensory issues.
Oh?
Yeah. It's about me in middle school. A wonderful time. So basically like I had an issue with a sensory issue with I guess not denim. Denim is the word for it, not jeans. But I mean I guess it is jeans, but um and so I couldn't wear jeans anymore because I had a sensory issue with denim. I remember having a really bad nightmare about touching denim. Oh my god, like it was I'm not even joking, like, but that's not even the story.
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry for
no,
laughing.
it's okay. It's okay. Ow. But
Oh,
so since I couldn't wear jeans, and like everyone wore jeans in middle school, my mom bought me and you know, by the way, in middle school, where you were, was everyone wearing like Hollister and Aeropostale and like stuff like that?
Abercrombie and Fitch too.
Abercrombie
That was
and Fitch,
another
yeah.
big one. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the big three. Those were the big three. So
The Holy
Aeropostale was
Trinity.
the cheapest. Yeah, the Holy Trinity of middle school.
Yes.
Aeropostale was the cheapest, so my mom bought me about 5 pairs of different colored sweatpants. So I could wear them to middle school. Oh, of Aeropostale. Did I say that? Aeropostale sweatpants.
Ooh.
So I could wear them to middle school and have like there was like a teal one, a red one. I don't remember the other colors, but they're like random colors. Like I didn't get like normal colors to like just style with things. I don't think. Like I may have had like a black pair, but I had like teal and red, and I'm like, what the heck? Like like at the time, you know. But yeah, I was like for like months. I had this. It like quiet like the sensory issue like kind of got a little bit better over time, but I was rocking the sweatpants
Hell yeah.
for so long. Yeah, it was quite the thing.
Oh my god, the smell of craft stores. I go to the craft store a lot to buy yarn, but especially in the autumn, like a Michael's craft store is.
You can't do that. You can't. You hate.
Sometimes I can, but if you
Yeah.
go into a Michael's craft store in like November,
Yeah.
it's just like the smell of spices.
Yeah, no, I know.
The smell of spices and like plastic.
But yeah, it's like in styrofoam. Like I think styrofoam
Yeah,
has
and
a smell.
styrofoam.
Yeah.
It just the smell of that is so overwhelming for me. I can't do
Yeah.
the cheap fleece fabric. It makes me feel like it's always dirty to me. Doesn't matter how clean it is. Understandable.
Yeah. No, I get that. I think I have like a blanket made out of cheap fleece fabric, but I don't have a problem with it, but I understand. Like I can see that.
My most recent overwhelming sensory experience was I went for my boyfriend's birthday the other day
Oh, happy
to
birthday.
yes. He's 20.
Ooh.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes.
Not a teen.
Not a teen. He said this was the first birthday where he went, "Oh god, I'm getting old."
Oh my god, don't say that to me.
But what was I saying? We went to hibachi.
Ooh.
Like where they have like the grill in front of you and
Right.
they like are throwing around stuff and lighting things on fire and
It's a lot. Yeah.
and it was like there were multiple hibachi tables in the room and multiple large groups of people at these tables where there was
Talking.
this like show happening with lots of clanking and fire and it was a lot. I managed to keep it together, but it was just like I left and I was like oh.
No, I bet. Like
Food was great though.
yeah, no, the food there is always really the white sauce, the what's it called? Like shrimp sauce or yum yum sauce. May I just say, perfection.
I don't think ours had that.
What? Oh my gosh, it's usually at them, I feel.
Oh.
It's like it's just this white sauce that they pour next to the there's another sauce that I don't pay attention to. So
Oh well.
oh wait, Brookie says, did you get an egg thrown at you?
Yes, we did. Oh, actually, he threw broccoli. He threw broccoli at us and we had to catch it in our mouths. I did it. I'm very
There
proud
you
of
go.
myself.
Did you got it?
Illusion!
Oh,
Hi, Illusion! Illusion loves when we do just chatting.
nice. That's good. Hello, Illusion. I'm Emma. Oh, wait, and then Nox said something too, and I think yeah.
He's not old until he's Nox years old.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my lovely friend LifesATwitchEmma. We're doing a Tourette's Q&A. So if there's anything you've ever wondered about Tourette syndrome or tics in general, or any of the co-occurring conditions, or how we live with our tics and our Tourette's, drop your questions in the chat, and we will do our best to answer them.
Yeah, we were just talking about sensory issues.
Yes.
And Corvid was talking about a hibachi place, which is, kind of like a sensory hell, but
I've never seen a hibachi place. Yeah, I don't know. I know Knox lives in a small town, so.
Yeah, I don't know that they're typically in really small towns. But I feel like they're pretty common around though. Around where I am at least.
Yeah.
They're pretty common.
Is it a life term thing, or is there a way to stop it medical wise? There is no cure.
Yeah, there's no cure. There's no way to stop it.
You live with it for life. It typically decreases in severity as you get older, but not for everybody.
Yeah.
I think I read that like 10 to 20% of cases do not decrease with age.
Yeah, and I think that might be that data may be changing. I mean,
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people are finding that, for a lot of people it like stays the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, or just like stays on the same up and down path.
Yeah. It waxes and wanes. There's a lot of fluctuation. There are treatments that can lessen the severity of tics.
Yeah.
But they don't work for
Ease them.
everybody. They are very different for everybody. They affect everyone differently. And
Right.
some of the times there isn't a treatment. Woo woo!
Yeah.
And
And
is
then
it dangerous? It can be.
it can be. I think, it depends on the person, and we keep saying it depends, but
Yeah.
that's just it's because I actually know people who have broken bones from ticks, and I mean, I've had injuries from ticks. I've not broken a bone,
Yeah.
but like it happens, like things like that can happen. I know I've heard of people who have I'm not going to get into graphics, but like things that have happened that have been really damaging to their bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can put yourself involuntarily in dangerous situations.
Yeah.
Like crossing the street can be dangerous for some people.
Mhm.
High areas can be dangerous for some people with the condition.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes you can harm other people too.
Yeah.
Personally, my most self-injurious tick, and I'm going to describe it, so fair
Mhm.
warning, is I will punch myself in the head.
Yeah.
And that's why I have the special protective hat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think my most currently I think is not too bad. It's probably pinching, not punching, but pinching the other
Yes,
P.
yes.
Is like, because it can make me bleed and leave bruises and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
um
How does the sound
yeah.
and scent affect? Oh, the sensory issues.
Yeah.
Um, Tourette's is what's called a neurodiversity or a neurotype. Similar to ADHD, autism, dyslexia, dyspraxia. Um, it means that our brains are wired in a completely different way. And so our thought processes are different. And our brain wiring is just different. And it results in tics and it results in other things as well. And one of those things for a lot of people is that we struggle with certain sensory stimuli. So, certain textures or sounds or smells are are difficult for us. You do look very nice today, Emma.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Illusion. But yeah, no, I think, yeah, especially in when you struggle with those sensory issues, it can trigger tics more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Emma was talking about in middle school, she really struggled with the texture of denim.
Yeah.
I really struggle with high pitched noises.
Hmm.
In my debut stream, actually, that was one of my dislikes on my
Yeah,
slides. It was high
I
pitched
remember that.
noises.
Yeah, because I think I also said I don't like those either.
Yeah.
I struggle with those as well. Not
So
like to the point where it's like I have to avoid them at all costs, but it's
yeah.
like it's a thing that yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, high pitched noises are not good. Very starchy textures I dislike. I really don't like sequins.
Sequins, is that what you said?
Sequins. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't like them. I know that like in the last few years, sequins that like when you run your hand over them and they flip and show a different thing.
Yeah.
That's been all the rage. I don't
Yeah,
own anything like that. I don't own anything like that. I don't own those pillows, those stuffed animals, those outfits. No, no sequins.
I just want to point out that Brookie said I got the 2-for-1 deal with TS and ADHD. And earlier we were talking about how co-occurring conditions are like the DLCs
Yes.
for Tourette syndrome, or like the package deals.
Mm-hmm.
And that you can have Tourette syndrome by itself, or you can have also co-occurring conditions, and often that will happen. That's kind of funny,
I got the like 5 or 6 for 1.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So yeah, what do I have to count? Let's see. I mean, like, yeah, OCD, anxiety, depression. And, I mean, there's probably something else or another, but I mean, but things that I've wondered about, but
I have anxiety, panic disorder, depression, ADHD, OCD, Tourette's. Yeah, 6.
Yeah. There you go. It's just like, you've got a lot of downloadable content.
Oh,
You've got
yeah.
you've got a lot of storage on your drive. So
Oh, yeah.
that's what we'll put it down to. Brookie says, I actually got 3 for 1, I guess. There you go. Yeah, I mean, like, we're just grabbing the deals. And I think what also we said earlier was, it's like, someone said, like, buy one, get one free at the store. And I was like, well, I didn't even go to the store. I didn't ask for this,
Yeah. They delivered it.
They delivered it.
They got the wrong house.
Yeah. Corbin, there's a question for you.
I know heat affects Emma's tics. Does heat or cold affect your tics, Corbin? Sorry if you already answered. I haven't noticed anything super extreme, but I would say that I probably tic slightly more in the cold.
I think I've heard a lot of people say that, though. I think, like, really temperature extremes,
yeah,
are a thing for a lot of people with Tourette's. Although I will say that cold helps me a little bit. Sometimes I like to feel like I'm in a refrigerator. Because honestly, like, when I feel a little bit cold, it feels like I don't know, it helps my tics a little bit, because I think it's because it's the opposite of being hot. And heat makes my tics worse, so I don't know. Somehow it helps.
For me, it's because of the shivers I get when it's cold trigger my tics. I think that's what happens with me too.
I've heard people say that too. Wait, why are we saying dancing in the shower, singing in the rain, la-di-da-di-da?
Oh, I think that song goes, dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower, la-da-dee, la-da-da, la-da-da. I think that's how it goes.
Oh, am I uncultured? Do I know
it's from years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yep, that song. Hell yeah.
There you go. I feel like there's a lot of things I don't, like, a lot of pop, like, I don't know, like, songs I don't know.
No, I totally feel that. Considering my job right now, the closest thing I have to a job is, being an anime girl. I don't watch enough anime.
Oh my gosh, Corbin! I'll put you on to some.
Yes, I have plenty of free time right now. I spend all my time in bed being sad.
Yeah. No! Oh my gosh. Does singing help with your tics? Yes, it does. I used to sing a lot growing up. I guess. I don't sing much anymore.
You sing on TikTok sometimes.
Yes, I used to. I mean, I did it a few times, and then I was like, okay. Like, I don't know, like, I guess I get, like, a little embarrassed when I sing, though.
Aww.
I mean, yeah, I like doing it sometimes. I love to sing. I will say I love to sing, and it does reduce my tics. But, Adele song? Oh my god, no, I would pick my own I mean, no, if Corbin and I didn't do... Okay, yeah, I don't know.
We're not gonna make Emma sing. We're not gonna make Emma sing. Okay. That's not what we brought her here today to do. We're not gonna pressure her.
Like, I was like, I don't know, because, like, everyone... I feel like this has been brought up, like, 3 times, so... I use singing to help when I'm driving and ticking a lot. No, I think that's a really great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, that's how I deal with my tic-tacs. I put music on and I sing along.
Yeah. Because I think singing is very engaging.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like for vocal tics that, like, it's like it helps with, like, you know, engage your voice to do something else, but then also it has, like, you know, just a distracting aspect even for your motor tics. I feel like, I don't know, it's just like it's very engaging, I feel.
Like, if you've ever seen a season of American Idol or, like, The Voice, you've probably seen someone on that show who has a stutter, who can still sing without stuttering. Yeah. The same thing is kind of true for tics sometimes.
Yeah.
If you guys were to have... Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
Continue.
go ahead. No,
If you...
I was. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Ah! If you guys were to have kids, would the tics transfer over?
Okay, so there's actually like certain percentages of if you have if you have Tourette syndrome versus if you have a certain type of tic disorder versus whatever, and if you have I think it's if you have like a boy or a girl, actually like what the percentages are, and I forgot them. So, but they're not 100%.
Is it acquired or inherited? It is genetic.
It is genetic, but Corbett, do you have anyone? I mean, you don't have to answer this, but do you have anyone in your family that you don't have to answer? But like, I don't have anyone in my family that has Tourette syndrome, but I think there's people in my family that over the years people have realized like, oh, that person like had tics growing up.
I'm the only person in my family with tics. However, in my extended family and my immediate family, there is a lot of neurodiversity and mental illness.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible. I read once that like it's the same gene that can express itself in different ways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's multiple genes. I think there's
I don't know how true it is, but there's something going on with my family history. In terms of a brain working different. So it's not surprising that I ended up with something. It's just interesting that I ended up with Tourette's because I'm the only one in my family who has it.
Yeah, I'm also the only one in my family who has it, but like I think like people like once they saw me have it, they were like, "Oh, like I noticed blah 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 over the years growing up may have had something like one tic or something." Like I don't know, like like but we never like said anything about it or like really noticed it. I don't know.
But the important thing to note about that is that you cannot catch Tourette syndrome. We are not contagious. We're perfectly safe to be around.
Yeah.
We can catch tics from each other because of something called echolalia or echopraxia, which is where we mimic things. Oh, I don't have a command set up for LifesATwitchEmma, unfortunately. I will link her. I'll link her now.
Okay, thanks. No, but yeah, I mean, it's not like, but it's also not like catching it in a way where it's like through the air. It's like, it's just like when you see someone do something, it gets triggered. Like you trigger something, like, yeah. And then also, so there's a chance that the kid could have no Tourette's, right? Yeah, so there is a chance that you as someone with Tourette syndrome could have a kid and then they don't have Tourette's or tics. There's a chance.
I think it's Witch with Tics. Witch with Tics on TikTok has a child, actually, who does not have tics.
I think I have seen that person.
They bake together sometimes.
Yeah. There you go, yeah. And then Brookie says, same, I don't have family members with tics to my knowledge. Oh, and then people were talking about stress while driving.
Oh.
Yeah, I also get stressed, a little bit stressed while driving on big roads. And it actually happened, well, it's a long story, but it happened more after a certain event. But, yeah.
Hi, Hyper. Welcome in. We're doing a Tourette's Q&A. Feel free to drop any questions about Tourette's, tics, co-occurring conditions, or our lives with them. Yes, Emma plays a lot of Sims.
Yeah, I play Sims. I play other things too, but I do a lot of Sims. No, it's okay. Yeah.
There's a dad with TS that cooks with his kids, and I don't think they have it either. Oh, yeah, it's.
There's a higher. What's his name? Oh god, I forgot his. Well, yeah. Anyway, continue, Corbin. I was just trying to remember.
Sorry, no problem. There's a higher likelihood that your children will have tics if you have tics, but it is not guaranteed.
Right. And I wish I remembered the percentages. It's just like different. I remember seeing them, and it's just like it's different for like if you have Tourette's versus if you have like a different type of tic disorder, and like for different, I don't remember the exact percentages, but they're not as high as I thought they would be, though. Yeah. Because I used to think that if it also mattered if two people with Tourette syndrome had a baby versus if one person with Tourette syndrome that matters too. Like if two people have Tourette's and have a kid, that matters as well with genetics. Because I think that makes the percentage higher as well.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff, and I think they have not figured out every single one of the genes that Tourette's like.
Oh well.
How do I phrase this? Like that Tourette's comes from, I guess. But they know I think they know parts of them, like the 13th allele on blah 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 is often seen inverted in people with Tourette's. I don't know. It's like they know certain parts of it, but yeah, it's not like everything. They don't have it all mapped out for Tourette's.
I wonder if it would be harder or easier to have a partner with tics too. I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's just the same as having friends with tics, right?
Yeah. I don't have any real life friends with tics.
Me neither. Me neither. So, I mean, yeah. I don't know, because I've never had anyone around me in person.
Oh well.
But I will say there were two people growing up that had tics that went to my school, but they never told me they had tics. Their moms knew my mom was an advocate for me, and I was an advocate, and they told their moms told my mom, and then she told me, and then I didn't say anything to the kids, because I wasn't about to be like, hey, your mom told my mom you have Tourette syndrome or tics or whatever. So
I don't have any. I've never met someone in real life with Tourette's. I'd like to, but I've met a lot of people online.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, the online community is great.
I was supposed to say, you should meet someone.
yeah, I would love to. I will say, I imagine that there's probably some ease to it, because my boyfriend right now does not have Tourette's, but he is neurodivergent in other ways. And I feel like we have a really good understanding of each other's weirdness.
Yeah.
And we have a very unique way of communicating that that really works well.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I think that's really awesome and special and I like that. Cuz my boyfriend he has ADHD, and I get that but so I did the Rising Leader program at the Tourette Association years ago. So the first time I was really around people who had Tourette's, and by the way, the kids that I grew up with that had tics, I didn't even notice that they had tics. But the first time I was really around people that had Tourette's, I was basically in a room full of people with Tourette's. Which is a way to just throw you in.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I just see there's a lot going on in chat. Seems it would just be so much triggering each other.
Yeah,
with the
probably.
Partner, yeah. Well, yeah, because I think when I was in that room full of people with Tourette's, we were triggering each other.
Hello?
I don't know how severe the tics can be, but I will continue to love her unconditionally. Wait, is Illusion talking about Corvid?
I have no idea.
And then Brookie says, my only experience with people IRL who have tics is my students, and sometimes we trigger each other. Yeah, that makes sense.
Aiko! Hi, Aiko!
Hello, Aiko!
Do you like having Tourette's now since it's part of you, or do you wish you didn't have it? Ooh, that's a good question.
I have an answer for that. I think there's a difference between liking something and wishing you didn't have it. Because I don't wish I didn't have it, but I also wouldn't say that I really like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I, like, love having Tourette's, but I wouldn't say I wish I didn't have it. Like, some days I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't have Tourette's, like, if
Oh,
it's
I
really
have
bad.
those days. I have those
Yeah, like,
days.
yeah, yeah. But, I'm not like, oh my god, I love having Tourette's, you know?
Yeah. I would say that I love that part of myself.
Yeah.
Because in the way that you, like, love the parts of yourself that you can't change and you've grown to accept.
Yeah.
But I would not wish it on anyone.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
it's been something that I've really struggled with. And, it's... You get that question sometimes, like, if there was a cure, would you take it?
Yeah, no, like, if someone gave you a magic pill,
Yeah.
like, that would cure Tourette syndrome, would you take that pill?
It's such a, like, people think of it as just the tics, but it's an entire
Yeah.
wiring of your brain.
Right, yeah.
It's its own neurotype. Like, I don't know who I would be if my brain was wired another way.
Yeah.
I have no idea who I would be, what I would be like if I was neurotypical.
Yeah, and I guess this doesn't have to do with the taking the pill to cure Tourette's, but, like, if I didn't, like, grow up with the same experiences that I had because of Tourette syndrome, I wouldn't be, like, who I am today. And I know that's, like, a cliche, like, I feel like that's, like, a cliche statement, but, like, it's really true because I feel like it shaped a lot of things about me, and honestly, it gave me hobbies. like
Yeah.
it literally gave me hobbies. Like, I wouldn't have done YouTube. I literally would, like, and that's, like, my biggest thing right now. It's, like, my only, well, besides Twitch, it's, like, my only hobby. No, like, it's, like, I wouldn't have done so many things. Like, I wouldn't have done, like, stuff with the Tourette Association if I didn't have Tourette's. Like, there's, like, so many things that it gave me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's such a huge part of us.
Yeah.
In a way that most people either don't know or don't understand.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love my Tourette's the way I love any other part of me. In a way that is hard. In a way that is, unique. In a way that is varied and difficult and conditional.
Yeah.
But it has become somewhat special to me because it has really changed my outlook on life.
Yeah. And with that said, there are days.
Oh, there are days.
There are days where it'll be like, if I could take the pill to cure Tourette's, if that were a thing, I would take it right now. I'd take 10 of them. No.
Yeah.
I'd cure it for like 10 lifetimes. Like, no, like, there are days like that, you know, sometimes weeks like that, like, you know, like, it's not like every day is a day that I'm content, and I'm not, you know, like, it's not like every day I'm the perfect, and I'm never the perfect, but I'm not saying that, like, and it's not like every day I'm a perfect example of a disability advocate, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, yeah.
You want to be that person who loves yourself and accepts yourself. For you and for every part of you, including your disabilities. But it's hard to do that every day. Because sometimes the world just is not here for it.
And I think it's really hard, like, especially when the thing that you know, that you're trying to accept is a thing that is getting in the way of other things and like hurts you and like, you know, it's just, you know, does things like that. And yeah, that is hard. And you know, it's just it can be hard, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, by the way, my me sticking my tongue out during this talk as a tic, you know, is probably very kind of comical, but yeah,
You
yeah.
probably feel pressure to try and stay positive about your disability being an online presence. Yes.
Yeah, I think no, honestly, at first I was going to say like okay, so I've been making YouTube videos about Tourette syndrome since I was 13 and I'm 24 now, so that's like, oh god, that's like 11, I think that's like 10 or 11 years. And I was going to say like, oh, I think I've like gotten kind of good with that. But honestly, sometimes I'm making like a YouTube video and I feel like I'm like, "Oh, I got really negative right there. Let me just like cover not cover that up, but like let me like roll back on that a little bit and say something positive after that negative thing to
Yeah.
like soften it a bit." I still do that. Like,
You don't want pity usually, but you want to be honest about your experience. But
yeah.
it is hard to open up about online about you know, the things that are difficult for you,
Yeah.
especially when you want to try and you know, decrease stigma.
Right. And
But
I think you also
part of
want to
that
have
is
boundaries.
accepting, yeah, you also
Yeah.
want to have boundaries. But part of decreasing stigma is raising awareness of the negative parts and decreasing the stigma around the negative parts. So I think it's important to get out of your comfort zone sometimes and speak about the negative parts of it
Yeah.
to normalize them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emma's been making content for 11 years.
I thought it had been 10 and then I thought about it and I was like, wait, I think I was 13, so maybe it's 11. I don't know. um, but also, I think Brooke, you said earlier, I'm so much more aware of invisible disabilities because of TS too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think honestly, here's my thing. So when I first heard someone describe TS as an invisible disability, I was like, wait, how is it invisible? Because people see my tics. But then I understood invisible disabilities a little bit more.
Yeah.
I was like, at first I was like, wait, I don't get it, and then I learned what it
Oh,
was.
well.
But yeah, absolutely.
We have another question from Aiko. Do you ever have trouble playing games with like pushing the wrong buttons from your tics? Um, Personally, I do not. I push the wrong buttons because I'm not very good at pushing buttons. But not from tics. I because I focus is the number one thing that improves my tics. That's why I can
Yeah.
sing and that's why I can still play video games and use a knife to cook and stuff like that.
Right.
And focusing on a video game really decreases my tics and it allows me
Yeah.
to use a controller or a keyboard.
Right.
But some people do have tics involving buttons. Typing
Yes.
tics.
I have that. Yeah.
Typing tics are a thing. People will type out entire words and sentences as tics. And a lot of people don't believe it's a real thing, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, so my typing tics actually don't have to do with words. Mine is spacebar, backspace, enter. And I do that a lot. I don't know why that's been a tic for years for me, but I sometimes I can like make it happen on my phone. I can like okay, anyway. But like I have to do spacebar, backspace, enter as a tic. And it's not words, but I still consider that to be a typing tic.
That's a typing tic.
Yeah, I've had that for so long, and But when I'm playing video games, especially when I'm streaming video games, I agree with you, Corbin. I'm the same way. Like I get so focused that it doesn't usually interact, very often, but sometimes it occasionally will. and when I'm editing videos, sometimes it will, so I just have to exit out of that screen. Like, well, not exit out of it, like I go into my other monitor and click out, and then I do the typing tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. When we played Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, you didn't tick a single time. Yep. It's because I was so focused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, focus is a big thing that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, though, on the PS4 controller, I have a tick where I hold down the home button.
Oh, that must be so annoying.
I don't do it super often. It's not like a very like dominant tick, I would, but it happens from time to time, and thankfully I hold it down long enough to where like when you hold it down, it brings up like a side screen instead of just like pulling you out of the game.
Oh, that's good.
So it's not as bad as like just bringing you to the home screen. Oh wait, Red said, does that cause you to leave the game you're playing on the PlayStation? No, so like since I hold it down, it pulls up that like side screen, and yeah, it's generally fine. Yeah. But that, yeah, it's kind of a interesting one.
Oh well.
And Brookie says, oof, typing ticks can be rough, minor, rare, but always spamming random buttons.
Oh, that sounds annoying.
Yeah. That's quite annoying for you, like yeah, because it's especially sucks when you're like trying to have a conversation or something, it's just a disruptive thing. Yeah.
By the way, TICK equals bug that bites animals. TIC equals non-voluntary action, sound, etc. Yes, that is true.
Yeah, that is true. I always said that, and this is kind of off topic, but it has to do with the tick bug. I always said that if I ever get bit by the bug tick, that a higher power has to cancel out all of my neurological tics, because like I'm like, that's our deal. Like if I ever get bit by a bug tick, you have to cancel out all of my ticks, because I don't know. I always thought it was a funny thing to
It's
think.
PEMDAS.
Yeah, exactly.
Eddie!
Oh, hello, Eddie! Hey, Eddie!
Hello!
How you doing?
Welcome to the chat! Hello? Did you know that ticks are arachnids? I didn't!
I did not either. Huzzah!
Welcome in, Eddie! We're doing a Tourette's Q&A.
Yeah. So if you have any questions...
Yes.
Although I know you,
Yeah,
you know about
yeah.
it. But yeah. But yeah. Because I still have never been bit by the bug tick to this day. So
It's scary.
yeah. Have you been? Yeah. I'm sure it is.
Do masks trigger either of your ticks? No.
No, so I do have a tick that interacts with my mask. It's this one. I don't do that very often though. Like it's some ticks you do a lot more often than others. I don't know if like that's like, I don't know, maybe some people don't know that. Like some ticks happen more than other ticks. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't know, but some people might not know that. But like I have a tick where I run my finger over the bottom part of my tongue. It's a weird tick. I've had it for years. And so sometimes I just go under my mask to do it, and then sometimes I can just do it over my mask, and it like satisfies it. Like it's, and I guess that kind of answers my question from earlier with like, if you have something in the way, will it satisfy it? But and I guess that is something that I can, yeah, but it's like but masks are kind of like thin, so I don't know. But yeah, it kind of interacts. It's a weird tick though. I mean, I say that like as if, yeah, but it's not, I don't want to call my ticks weird, but I'm just saying like it's one that like, like you can have some ticks that you're like, does anyone else have this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, some people get confused when you say tics, but they can't see the spelling. They think of the bug. Oh, yeah.
I didn't think about how masks could interact with ticks. Some people pull down their masks as a tick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard for them to go out in public right now.
Right, because some tics can interact with other things, like, besides, like, your own body.
Mm-hmm.
And that can include, like, masks or, your phone, even. I have tics that interact with my phone. I, like, squeeze my phone.
Woo!
I found that it's kind of nice to being able to have tics underneath my mask in public. Any similar experiences?
I was actually gonna say that. I have a lot of, facial tics. And,
Yeah,
masks
me too.
kind of help me a little bit. Helps cover it up. I have a tick where I throw pens sometimes. I had a stress ball as one of my fidget toys. And I would throw it at people. And it happened during my uncle's funeral. And
Oh no.
I no longer use the stress ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, yeah, especially if, like, because I think whenever you have something around you so often, your tics are gonna prey on it.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like a phone. Like I always have my phone on me. Oh, there's my boyfriend. But like like I say, like prey on it, as in like your tics are gonna, like, not always, but like it's a possibility that your tics may make a tick with that thing that you always have with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a teddy bear growing up that eventually I developed a tick where I had to like not like I had to like pull on the teddy bear's legs a little bit. Yeah. It was not pleasant because eventually ripped the teddy bear and I had to sew her back up.
Oh
No, it was horrible because I had her since I was like born, and I was very distraught.
no! That's sad.
Yeah. I know. But like I sewed her back up and everything, but it was like a whole tear.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hello?
Eddie says, haha, I totally understand saying one kind of tick is weird over another just because kind of a mix of what you're used to doing yourself versus what you perceive as seemingly kind of weird. Not having to be dependent on what another person thinks. Yeah, right.
Hello?
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I don't think it's weird because other people have said it's weird. It's just because I'm like, oh, I don't think other people experience this. Like, that's a
Yeah.
strange thing.
Oh, I have a question for you, Emma.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced people, like, getting angry at you because of your tics?
Um, let me think about this, because not, like, horribly angry, I don't think. Although I might be, like, because I have a really bad memory. Like, I'm trying to think about, like back when I was younger and stuff like that. And I may just be forgetting a time right now, but I feel like if it was something really, really bad, I would just remember it off the bat.
Yeah.
But I feel like there may have been, like, small incidences. I think just stuff like getting in trouble for things, like when people didn't know. But not like, I don't think there's been like, I don't know. I'll think about it. But I don't think there's been like fuming anger. What about you?
My mom, I don't think is watching this, got pissed at me one time when my Tourette's was still, when my vocal tics and my coprolalia especially were still new, and she didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
And I used a swear word that she did not like.
Mm-hmm.
And, she demanded an apology from me, and I got really angry and I threw an egg at her.
No, oh my gosh. Was the egg throwing a tick, or did you like do it? Like,
I did it on
you were
purpose.
angry? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the other day, someone asked me to stop ticking for the first time.
Oh, that's happened to me plenty of yeah.
And, that was really upsetting.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
Because I
totally get that.
I was having my uwu tick, and they just turned to me and they're like, "Can you stop that? Like, can you stop?"
No, yeah. I mean, it's usually people that don't know, but
yeah. And thankfully, everyone else I was with at the time was like, "Hey, stop being a dick." And
Yeah.
they all stood up for me, and then they got me a snack afterwards, which is nice.
Aw, that's good. Yeah, no, but I, especially in public places, yeah, people will be like, and even like at schools, like when you're in school and stuff like that, like people will be like, hey, can you stop? Like, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, actually.
Yeah. We have a question from Knox. Have you ever ticked in your sleep?
um, Corvin, do you want to answer that? Because yeah.
I don't know. I'm asleep.
So yeah, I mean, I've had people sleep with me and tell me that I have. And also my mom said when I was growing up, she used to hear me do my coughing tick in my sleep. Um, but I don't know that I do it like super often. And then but I will say that the more interesting thing is that I do tick in dreams. Because I'll have certain situations happen in
Oh,
dreams where like I'll have like a loud vocal tick and then people will be like, shut up, or like,
I tick in my dreams as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's easy to
Uh,
remember because it's usually situations like that.
yeah. Usually I'm like back in high school, but this time I have Tourette's. Because
Yeah.
I was lucky and I graduated early, so by the time my tics got severe,
Mhm.
I was already out of high school.
Dang, yeah. I mean, yeah, well, I just, yeah, because when I was diagnosed early on, so I had it through high school, and yeah, that was a time too. Yeah. Um, let's
We
see.
had a question from Kitsu earlier that we completely skipped
I know,
over.
yeah, I totally noticed that, and then we were talking about things, and yeah,
Yeah. I scrolled up and back up to find it. What are some
right,
other symptoms of Tourette's that most people don't know about?
yeah,
The one that comes to mind for me is rage attacks.
yeah, yeah. I don't experience that. I don't think I experience. Yeah, but I know a lot of people do.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of experiences with it.
Yeah.
I've definitely experienced it, but not super severely and not super commonly. But
Yeah.
rage attacks are a thing. You
Yeah.
get really, really angry.
Also, disinhibition. Like,
Mm.
I guess what's the best way to describe that? Like, I don't know how to describe it well. Like, not, it's not like, it's like not being able to like, I don't know how to like describe it well because I don't want to
Let
say like
me
not knowing right. Yeah, maybe it's like
let
Google
me
it because I
Google.
like, yeah, yeah, kind of like impulsivity, but it's not like, I don't know, it's like, but it's not like that. It's like, but is it? I don't know. It's like, see, I said a word and I don't know how to describe it correctly because I don't want to be like, say it weirdly.
Loss or reduction of an inhibition.
Yeah.
Uh, as it by the action of interfering stimuli or events. Disinhibition of a reflex disinhibition of violent tendencies. Basically, a lack of inhibition.
Yeah.
You're a little bit more
Oh, like Eddie said,
unfiltered.
like a crappy filter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
People with Tourette's don't have very good mental filters.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that their coprolalia is something that they're thinking,
No,
by the way, because sometimes people like
absolutely
mix
not.
that up. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like if you don't have like a focus filter, you end up with ADHD. If you don't have like an emotional filter, you end up with rage issues. And
Hmm.
that's why so many of those things um link together and occur together because they're just different like occurrences of a weaker filter. I actually learned that from a Tourette's Association of America presentation.
Yeah. Yeah, was that like slightly recent?
It
Or was
was, it
it like,
was.
yeah, I think it was, yeah, because I remember seeing a disinhibition thing on the calendar. Like in some sort of time within the past, yeah. Um, sometime recently. I'm bad at time. I'm really bad at time.
Yeah.
I'll say like it was in the past few weeks, and it'll have been like a few months ago. But you know.
Oh no, it was before that. It
Okay.
was when there was that big it wasn't the gala. It was like a convention sort of thing.
Was it conference?
Yes, the conference.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They talked about like co-occurring conditions and how they all relate and stuff. And they were like it all has to do with different filters that exist in your brain and how people with different conditions have weaker filters. And this is like how those occur. And like if you don't have a vocal filter, you end up with Tourette's sometimes. And if you don't have an emotional filter, you end up with emotional dysregulation, like depression or anger issues.
And Eddie, yes, it was the one back in May.
It was the one back in May.
It will be in May next year, but it'll be in person. But I think I don't want to. I'm not going to say that. there may it's going to be an in-person one in May. There may be the possibility of a hybrid virtual thing, but we'll see.
All right.
That's uncertain.
Oh well.
You can catch it halfway, but oh yeah, Eddie's talking about like disinhibition. Yeah, just varying degrees. Yeah. Nox says my ADHD makes me have no filter, so I just say what's in my head without thinking, and my memory issues make it so I never remember what I've just said. So yay. Yeah. No, I get the memory issues. I do get that. I get that. Because I think like memory issues for me stem from taking medicine for so long. But yeah. And like like a lot of my medicines having to do with like giving like side effects being like memory issues.
I'm looking through my photos because I know I took a picture of that slide.
Oh yeah, go ahead. And Brookie says, Emma, I'm wondering what's on your necklace. Oh, it's just a design. I don't think you guys can see it. Like, I can get close to the camera, but it's just a design. You'll see a better view of it on my vlog tomorrow. So, yeah. It's, Tyler got it for me for Christmas. We opened our Christmas gifts early because we didn't want to travel with them at the end of the month.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Oh well. Alright, I'm getting back there in my scrolling endeavors.
Yeah, do you remember the name of the presentation?
No.
That's okay. I was just wondering. I'm trying to like crack my back. Sorry. But yeah, I like to say that I don't think I experienced disinhibition, but like I think growing up and over the years there have been times where I've gotten really embarrassed in social situations because I think I did not have a filter. And I think and like I did things like that. I was like, oh, or like I had like a lot less of a filter.
I think, okay, I found it. I think the presentation was on emotional overload.
Oh, emotional overload. Okay, yeah. That there's actually a whole resource out about that now. I think there's a whole toolkit on that that you can get through the Tourette Association because emotional overload is a big thing within the Tourette community. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of symptoms that people don't talk about, I just found a picture of the Tourette syndrome iceberg. So above the water are vocal tics and motor tics, and under that are co-occurring conditions like depression, OCD, ADHD, learning disabilities, behavioral issues, rage, conduct issues, anxiety, autism spectrum disorder, bullying, sleep issues, sensory processing issues, social skill deficits, and social functioning issues. Those are all potential symptoms of Tourette syndrome that don't get talked about as much as tics.
Yeah. Yeah. The iceberg is nice.
Someone made a version of it where on top it says vocal and motor tics, and underneath it just says having a fat ass. And it made me cry laughing. It made me cry laughing the first time I saw it.
Bam. Yeah, no. And he says, indeed true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, all of those, and then we add having a fat ass onto it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Just an absolute dump truck.
Yeah, absolutely. A dumpy.
Yes. Corbin, I like your avatar. It's cute. Thank you. Thank you.
It is so cute. Or she is so cute. You know, I don't know how to... Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah, Corvid is so cute. There you go.
Thank you. Not a correct question, but what do you both want for Christmas?
I already got most of my Christmas gifts because, like I said, Tyler and I... Corbin, you go first.
I'm gonna shamelessly plug real fast.
Go ahead.
If you want to get me a Christmas present, I have a wish list linked down in my panels.
There you go.
And there's stuff on there where you can you can get me to support the stream or to support me personally. So if you're looking to get me a present, that is the way to do it. And I will be asking Emma if she wants my download code for the website.
There you go.
So Emma might have one as well, because I have a recommendation code for the website.
Oh wait, so it's like a like I could get a download code for me to make a wish list or something? Or
yes.
Like what? Oh.
No, I was not gonna send you my wish list so you could get me something.
What you meant, and I was like, okay, sure.
No. There's a 6-month wait to get a wish list if you wait, but it's immediate if you have someone's download code. Whoa, and I have 3 download codes left. So
well,
Emma wish list coming soon, probably.
Oh my god, what the heck? Thank you. What the heck? Merry Christmas from Corbin. Happy holidays from Corbin to Emma.
It's pretty cool.
No, that is really cool.
I'm gonna be adding some cheaper stuff on there too soon, because right now there's some expensive stuff on there just because it's fun to wish for things.
Yeah.
I don't actually expect any of it. But I'm trying to get better at plugging myself.
Oh, Dogs, did you offer?
Because I always feel guilty when I bring up the fact that like I have a wish list or I have a TikTok or a Twitter or whatever. So I'm working on bringing it up without feeling bad about myself.
There you go.
But what do I want for Christmas? I just discovered earlier in this stream that I want a weighted blanket.
Yeah, there you go.
I want a weighted blanket. I want a pair of slippers. I asked my mom for a pair of slippers because my feet get cold. My feet get very cold.
Do you have a specific type of slipper?
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. There, perfect.
Yeah. Other than that, I always look forward to getting candy in my stocking.
Oh, what kind?
Every year I get Lifesavers. I get one of the Lifesaver storybooks. It's a family tradition. And I love Lifesavers. I keep a pack of them by my bed for days when I'm sad. And it's fantastic. I just keep Lifesavers in my bedside drawer at all times.
Are they the chewy or the hard?
The hard ones.
Nice.
That way they last all year when I get a bunch of them for Christmas.
Yeah, right. That's fun.
The Terry's chocolate orange. Like... Yes, I love Terry's chocolate oranges.
Oh, I do too.
Open your closed toe slippers.
Oh yeah, definitely closed toed is like the feel.
But I know what I'm getting for Christmas from my boyfriend.
What?
Because somebody offered to get it for me off my wish list. And thankfully they asked instead of just buying it for me, because I mentioned it to him. I was like, oh, somebody said they were going to get me a stream deck off my wish list. And he goes, cancel it, take it off your wish list.
he didn't know. Oh no, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, dang. But that's awesome. That's a really good gift.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, that's spectacular.
Oh well.
I already know what I got from Tyler. But I guess I can tell you guys what I got from Tyler.
Go ahead, go
um,
ahead.
which by the way, that's my boyfriend. So he got me this necklace. First of all, it's from Ana Luisa.
Oh, I've heard of that brand.
Yeah, it's like a sustainable jewelry company, and they're like, they're like supposed to be a really good jewelry company. I don't know, like this YouTuber I watch um speaks very highly of them, and
Oh
they
well.
like they send stuff in recyclable boxes and stuff like that. I don't know. It's cool, and I love it. And then he helped me pay for my um really expensive vlog camera. So that's like a part.
Nice.
Yeah, that's part of it. And then he also got me this drawing tablet thing that like I can like draw on it, and then it like puts it on my computer. Like I guess it's called drawing tablet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um I guess yeah, and so I can like draw whatever I want first of all, but then I can also like write cute little things and put them on thumbnails.
Cute.
I don't know. Also I can make emotes, but I'm not like great at art.
I do
I
not
just
make my
like to
own
do it.
emotes.
Yeah, right. I don't know that I could make my own emote, right? Like I
Yeah.
just do art for fun.
Are you gonna get animated emotes?
Um I I guess I haven't really thought about it. I've been like so behind on the emote. Like I have like slots for emotes that I have not filled in, and I
Same. I
like
have like 6 emote slots, and I have the 5 animated emote slots. I
yeah.
actually have one animated emote slot that's being made right now, and it's my Happy Hand stim.
Yeah, I remember you saying that on a stream.
I'm very, very excited about that. It is in the works right now. The artist is working on it. I've received sketches. I love it. I did the
No, that
happy hands
yeah.
when I saw it.
Yes. No, that's really awesome. I love that. Yeah. I don't know. Like the thing
Oh
that I struggle with emotes is like I struggle with like what things I'm gonna put.
well. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not full of ideas on emotes.
I like I start to struggle with things, but yeah.
Oh
Brookie says I also told him
well. Woo!
I'd get her one and haven't given her a treat. Oh, that's okay. Brookie, take your time. It's okay.
Oh
Wait, Eddie,
well.
that's awesome. A dancing coffee cup with steam that forms into the shape of your face. Cause so I can't stop drinking coffee. No.
Nah, she's
Yeah.
motivated now.
Okay. That's funny.
Oh well. Oh 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 well. Oh wow, that one took a little while.
Yeah, sometimes Tics just decide to, take the main stage
Yeah.
of our lives. Like I was gonna say of our mouths, but it's not always our mouths.
Yeah. Do your tics ever interrupt your sentences?
Yeah, so I think it really happens more when okay, here's the thing, which has been a weird struggle for me is when I'm vlogging, it triggers my tics when I'm talking a lot. And
Ah.
I've been like, oh, like, because actually, when I pull out the camera and like this, like, camera's in front of my face, like, I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know, like, not that I panic, but I'm like, and it's not like I'm not like anxious or anything. Maybe I'm a little anxious. I don't know, but like I get my tics get triggered by the I don't know, like, and I've been like, oh, like, that's not very good, but like they will interrupt my sentences when I'm like vlogging, and then
Oh well.
sometimes when I'm streaming, like I just literally just did it, but not usually when I'm I don't know, like it happens sometimes in daily life though, but like it's not as common as when I'm like vlogging. I think it's just like it's triggered big time there. No.
Sometimes I'll start ticking in the middle of a sentence and I'll fill in the wrong word.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I also think, by the way, for you to like, okay, so I think I may have talked to you about this before, but like certain tics will happen more, like the way that certain tics happen more in different situations. Like when I'm streaming, certain tics will happen more. And then when I'm vlogging, certain tics will happen more. And then when I'm like cooking, certain tics will happen more. And when I'm like working in a meeting, certain tics will happen more. Like, it's like different situations trigger different tics. For me, I don't know. But then like when I'm just like living my daily life, like just like the standard tics happen. I don't know.
Yeah, some of them have like specific situations where they take center stage.
Yeah, center stage is what it is. It's like they're all still happening, but it's like there's some
Mhm.
that take the center stage.
Well,
Oh, Brookie's saying Tourette's Teen, the first YouTube channel with tics that I found, mentioned how the camera triggers tics more too. Yeah, that happens for me. Yeah.
Discord calls for me, especially if I'm with more than one person. But like I get excited to talk to people.
Yeah.
And then I tick more. I tick more at D&D too because I'm so excited to play.
Yeah. Do you do it over Discord?
No, I actually play in person.
Oh my god, yeah. I used to play in person when I was in like college and had people around me. Like, no, yeah, that's so fun though. But like not the ticking too much part, but like the D&D part. Eddie says, yeah, what you're saying about certain environments trigger more / less and or different type of tics, yes. Yeah. And Brookie says, some of the things that trigger my tics, I think only trigger them because I'm aware that they may happen more. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah.
Thinking about tics triggers tics.
Yeah. And being in situations where you're like, oh, my tic it's going to be harder for my tic to happen here. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're like in a confined space.
The more you're afraid of a tic, the more likely it is to happen.
Yes. Like, that happens with coprolalia too. Like, if you're in a situation where you don't want to curse, you're like, and you have coprolalia, you're more likely to curse because you don't want to.
Yeah. Like when I went to the airport.
Yes.
I didn't make any bomb threats until I got there. And I didn't make any after I left. But when I was there, I made a bomb threat because I was so worried that I would do that. I
actually went through so much therapy when I was younger because I knew I had I started having a bomb tic, like, I started fearing and then started like developing a bomb tic when I knew I had a flight coming up like in a few weeks or like a month or something. And then my psychiatrist, my psychiatrist did a lot of therapy with me. She's like a psychiatrist / therapist, and she worked with me on it like a lot.
That's good.
And yeah, because like we were like, okay, we gotta like get this, we gotta get this figured out because, yeah, that was because that's hard.
Yeah, it was very scary. Thankfully, I was able to explain.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
That's good.
And it was all worked out. Ooh.
That's good.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we ended up like doing something where we redirected my tic into a song.
Oh, that's fun.
Like bum 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 bum, like something like that. I don't know. And then we also had me like looking at pictures of airplanes and doing that. I don't know. It was like a mix of a few therapy type things, and like it ended up helping. I don't know. Like,
hey, that's great.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. And I think like since then, like I've just carried that with me. But I still fear going to the airport.
It's scary.
It's still scary. Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh yeah, I watched an old video of you talking about that tick recently. An old video of you talking about that tick recently. Emma, you talked about using the song thing. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Yeah.
When do you
So
need to
cool
go,
thing.
by the way? It's been 3 hours and I don't want to keep you too
Oh
long.
yeah, so I do need to go soon because Tyler and I are going to make hot pot tonight.
Ooh.
Because I bought him one of the things I bought him was a hot pot machine. Well, not machine, but like
Ooh.
it's like it
Yeah,
has a
yeah, yeah.
grill and a hot pot thing.
Shall we wrap up now?
Yeah, we can wrap up. I had a lot of fun though.
Yes, me too. I feel like we all learned a lot.
I think so. I think this was good.
I learned
This
a
was a
lot.
good talk. Yeah, me too.
Does
But
anyone have
yeah.
any final questions?
Do you feel better going with someone else instead of going by yourself or alone? I've only been to the airport alone once, and I do feel better going with someone else.
I've never been to the airport alone, and I don't think I would like it.
Yeah,
I don't like
it's
to go
better.
anywhere alone. I'm scared of going anywhere alone because of my tics.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. Well, I think. Well, since I'm going to go eat dinner in a second, I have to like. It's already 9 p.m. here, and I haven't eaten dinner. Um,
Nox,
I'm.
Nox. We're not going to pressure Emma into singing.
Maybe another time. But yeah. Thank
All
you
right.
for having me on your stream, Corvid. This was amazing.
Thank you so much for coming. I had a really, really great time.
Yeah, me freaking too.
Let's see. Nobody I know is online, so we're not gonna raid.
That's what I do too. I'm always like, if I don't know anyone, I'm like, eh.
I've tried raiding random people before, and sometimes it's great and I make new friends, and sometimes it's like they don't even acknowledge it, and it's like, why did I even bother?
Also, sometimes I just forget to raid overall, and
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that.
But yeah, everyone, follow Emma's channel. I'm gonna link it right now.
Thank
Follow
you.
Emma's channel. Feel free to follow me if you had a good time.
Yeah, follow Corvid.
I stream almost every day. I put my schedule out in my Discord server, which you can join with ! Discord. And I put it out on Twitter as well, which my Twitter is just Calypso Corvidae, as is my TikTok. So feel free to follow me on any and all platforms, or no platforms, if you did not enjoy the stream.
Oh
I enjoyed my first collab with Emma, and I would love to have her back sometime. Maybe we can play a game next time.
yes, I would love that.
I would love that too.
Cool
Yes, this was awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. All right, goodbye everybody. I will see you all tomorrow on Aiko's channel for her subathon at 5:30 PST. But her subathon starts at 9 a.m. and you better be there because she's revealing her brand new model at 11 a.m. and it's gonna be awesome.
There you go. Be there or be square.
Be there. All right.
Yeah.
I will see you guys there, and I will be back on my channel on Monday. All right.
Bye.
Now we're finally done.